What a scene here in downtown Cleveland this weekend. Lake Erie, you got the Browns, an NFL weekend, Rock and Roll Hall of Fame induction weekend, and the Cleveland Guardians ready to host Game 3 of this American League Championship Series. Before we get started, let's send it down to the fourth member of our team, Lauren Jabara. Hi, Lauren.
Hey, VA. Yeah, you're right. This place is rocking. Now, before Game 3 here in Cleveland, both teams making significant lineup changes. Let's start it out with the Guardians. Daniel Schneemann, converted outfielder who has started but 25 games in the outfield in the majors this year, is set to make his first postseason start today. I got to talk to him. He said he's really excited about the opportunity. He's been working hard on the velo machine, visualizing and staying ready for this moment. His wife's in the stands, and he can't wait to make his first postseason start. Now, on the other side, 2022 All-Star and a huge piece to the Yankees puzzle, Jose Trevino making his first postseason start this year behind the plate. When I got to chat with him, he said, I prepare every single game like I'm going to be getting the start because you never know when your number is going to be called, and he wants to be there for his teammates. He also said, guys, he loves playing away, and he feeds off of that opposing crowd, so it's going to be a good start for him tonight. But Game 3, let's get it.
All right, thank you, Lauren. Good stuff. Those are significant lineup changes for these two managers. There is Aaron Boone. Let's check his batting order here tonight for Game 3 with Gleyber Torres, Juan Soto, Aaron Judge. Giancarlo Stanton moves into the cleanup spot with the lefty on the mound. Then Jazz Chisholm. John Birdie gets to start at first base. Anthony Volpe, Alex Verdugo, and Jose Trevino. As Lauren mentioned, rounding out the starting nine, Matthew Boyd is on the mound for the Cleveland Guardians. Ronnie, been quite a year for him. Tommy John surgery last year, just 8 starts. Now he's about ready to make his third start in the postseason.
Only in baseball can you get seen by 18 of the 30 teams in a showcase and then end up pitching the biggest game they've had all year. He has been good. You see the swing and misses he's had so far. 6 2/3 in 2 starts with 10 Ks.
It's a beautiful fall night here in Cleveland, Ohio. A packed crowd filing in here to Progressive Field, and a team that won 50 games here in this ballpark. The most wins the Guardians have had at home since their World Series year of 2016. Gleyber Torres leads off. We're ready for the first pitch of Game 3. Boyd delivers a strike, and away we go.
First pitch change up there, 79 miles an hour from Boyd to Torres.
Yankees winning the first 2 games of this series, and Boyd coming out throwing strikes. He's ahead of Torres, 0-2. Torres has been quite the table setter, has hits leading off games, his first at bats in his last 3 postseason games. Had a double to start his offensive night in Game 2, and 3 hits in Game 2.
Now, since he got moved back to that leadoff spot on August 16th, hit .310 with an .841 OPS, and really setting the lineup for the 3 horsemen behind him.
Also has a 9-game on-base streak in the postseason, Torres. And that one just missed. Oh, it looked like a pretty good pitch. Dan Isonia calling the balls and strikes tonight. Is also the crew chief of this 6-man umpiring crew.
He could have called this one. It looked like it caught just the bottom of the strike zone.
Hedges framed it well, too.
He did.
That is one key change in the Guardians lineup. Lauren told you about Daniel Schneemann in right, but Austin Hedges getting the start behind the plate against a right-handed starting pitcher. That's somewhat newsworthy as Torres fouls it away, and the count stays at 3-2. Payoff pitch. Torres spoils another one foul.
I mean, this is what Gleyber Torres has done this entire postseason. If he hasn't got a hit, he has taken the pitcher deep into 8, 9, 10 pitch at bats, and let the rest of the lineup see just about everything that Matthew Boyd has tonight.
Will be pitch number 8, and another 3-2, and that is ball 4, and Torres is aboard again, setting the table beautifully. How about the Guardians defensively, Jeff?
Well, you talk about Austin Hedges getting his first start of the CS. Of course, the infield, Ramirez, Roquio, Jimenez, the Platinum Gold Glover, and Josh Naylor over at first base. And in the outfield, Stephen Kwan in left, Lane Thomas, and you said it, Daniel Schneemann getting his first start in right field.
Schneemann did get some playing time in game 1, made a catch. And let's see here. So Juan Soto's going to be hit with a pitch clock violation. Dan Isonia comes out. Juan Soto was not keen to the pitcher at the 8-second mark, or engaged in the box. Aaron Boone wants an explanation. Alex Verdugo helping out his teammate. So if it is a pitch clock violation, was he ready at the 8-second mark?
No, he was not.
Dan Isonia had it right.
I think that Soto was saying there were other things going on at the field. Torres at first was taking all of his gear off. Torres, in fact, has come in and conferred with his teammates about what Boyd has.
Yeah, he's gonna pin a strike on him. Aaron Boone's not happy, but that's, you know, as far as the other players around him for the pitch clock, that's not Dan Isonia's problem.
That's right. You have to be in there ready to go at the 8-second mark.
And he was not. And Boone is fired up fast. So pin a strike on Soto before he ever sees a pitch. And now Matthew Boyd goes to work, and Soto rifles one into center field, and it's going to be caught by Thomas. Lane Thomas closing the gap. And a sliding catch as that ball cascaded into the ray of sunshine out there. Beautiful play for out number 1.
And going through, right? It's tough with the sun kind of where you're going. But think about this. You talked about on the open, Ronnie. The Guardians need to play great defense, base running. This is what they've done all year. Make plays like this. Kwan in left field. We saw it during the DS. That is a massive catch right there early.
Comes early. First out of the ball game. Now Aaron Judge. Big swing and a miss at a big curveball from Boyd.
You feel like you can only swing at that pitch if you're looking for that pitch, first pitch, and he got it.
Judge's last swing, a 2-run home run, put the game away in game 2 on Tuesday night. That is a strike, a swing, unable to check it, and it's 0-2 on Judge.
Aaron Judge
into it.
Aaron Judge before the game was working on that off a machine, that exact pitch he saw right there from Boyd.
Takes his time out.
Now you think about it, guys, going back to the DS, Boyd was their most effective starter for the Guardians, and his game 5 got cut short, but he had 5 strikeouts in 2 innings and 11 whiffs. So you felt like this was the perfect guy with the Guardians coming home to face this Yankees lineup.
He was nasty in both of his starts, just not allowed to extend in that second start in game 5. And a swing and a miss. A strikeout of Judge, went back to the breaking ball, that time a slider. And it is out number 2, the first strikeout for Matthew Boyd.
It also looked like he dropped down a little bit on that slider to get that really sweeping. Boyd's had a lot of success in the postseason. Hitters are now 0 for 15 versus him with men on base.
And now it's Stan who hits behind Judge tonight with the left-hander on the mound. Stan with a game 1 home run. He continues his torrid pace in the postseason. He's got 2 home runs this postseason. OPS over 1,000. 4 games against the Royals and the first 2 games against Cleveland.
Now you can see here early, Boyd too, heavy. That was a fastball, but there are 5 off-speed pitches in a row before that. Heavy off-speed right now with this lineup. And what makes it tough because of that changeup and slider, Ronnie, he's still got that 94 that you just saw in, so he throws just hard enough to make you aware of that inside pitch.
Two and one. Matthew Boyd, 33 years of age. Longtime Detroit Tiger, 8 years with Detroit. Had been with the Giants, didn't pitch in the big leagues with the Giants, and then had the injury to the elbow, Tommy John surgery last year in June. He did not pick up a baseball and throw a baseball until Christmas Day. His wife videoed the moment. He said, a Christmas present to myself.
Right.
And here he is making his third start in the postseason. It's come a long way. And a spinner is in there for a strike.
Well, you've seen it. Both of strikes off-speed pitches, the fastball in. I don't think he's giving him anything to hit so much here. He's going to make him chase maybe.
Payoff pitch coming back our way.
I mean, it's obvious a game plan for Boyd. It's 25% fastballs. The rest are going to all be secondary pitches. His big breaking ball, slider, and change.
And you mentioned earlier today, Judge Stanton was with him for early batting practice with the pitching machine on the mound, basically set up to throw left-handed sliders. And he just missed with a fastball. Stanton fires that bat, draws the walk. 2 walks in the inning, and the Yankees put instant pressure on here in the first.
Well, look, this ain't the end of the world right here to me if you're Boyd. You got a hot hitter in Stanton. I'm not about to give him something out over the plate for him to drive with the lefty on deck in Jazz Chisholm. It's a matchup if you're Boyd you feel like you can exploit.
Chisholm had his first hit of the LCS in game 2. Looks like he was taking all the way. Takes a strike. Chisholm with a double in game 2. Two-men aboard. First and second, 2 outs.
Nope.
They'll ask. Checked it.
Tell you what, too, guys, something to keep an eye on. Schneemann in right field is putting his hand up almost before every pitch. He's the one guy that's right in the middle of that sun. And you look like probably another, what, 20, 30 minutes, that'll be gone. But a lazy fly ball could be, see, that could be difficult.
Yeah, he's kind of rehearsing how he'll do it if one's hit his way. Something to watch. He's only played 25 games in the big leagues in the outfield. We got a swing and a foul, and the count goes to 1-2 on Chisholm.
If you're looking in the sun and you're trying to block it with your glove, why do you put your sunglasses on the back of your hat?
I will tell you this, there's times when you're in the outfield, if you put your sunglasses, it's not going to help no matter what.
Good to know.
I think that's what he's trusting more.
Count is 1-2. Boyd deals, and a called strike 3. He got the call that time at the bottom of the zone. First-year big league manager Stephen Vogt has this as his game 3 lineup. Stephen Kwan, Kyle Manzardo, Jose Ramirez. Middle 3, Josh Naylor, Lane Thomas, Daniel Schneemann, his first postseason start. Andres Jimenez, Austin Hedges, and Brian Rocchio round out the starting 9. Stephen Kwan making sure he is in that box attendant to the pitcher here with plenty of time. Dan Iasonia is right on the book to start this game. Clark Schmidt, Ronnie, set us up with this right-hander coming back from injury, about 3 months plus on the injured list with a lat strain.
Yeah, with that lat strain, you're going to see a sinker. His best pitch is his cutter and a sweeping slider and curveball. See how that ball has a little bit of run from the middle of the plate to the outside corner on the left-handed hitting Kwan.
Kwan has been so impressive. Look at the gaudy numbers this postseason, setting the table, a .448 batting average. He's got 13 hits. He has hit in 12 consecutive postseason games going back to the 22 postseason. That is a Guardians franchise record.
Got a very unusual stance. His feet are very close together. Just stands there like a statue and then fires.
Clark Schmidt delivers, and Kwan takes a ball. Buckler.
That's what's impressive to me watching him. Sometimes you see him, he kind of loads, starts to go to the pitcher, but the ability to, like that, take that pitch right there. You can only do it if you're selective and have a good eye, and obviously he does.
In his start against Kansas City, he retired the leadoff hitter in all 5 innings, did Clark Schmidt. So, you know, that old adage in baseball, that first out is so important. And Schmidt, even though things got a little wonky for him in his final inning, the 5th inning in Kansas City, he was excellent through the first 4. He threw a ton of first pitch strikes, but he's going to issue a walk to the first batter he faces. Kwan is aboard. And how about the Yankees defensively?
Well, as Lauren told us, Jose Trevino getting his first start behind the dish tonight. Jazz Chisholm at third, Volpe at short, Torres and John Birdie in for Anthony Rizzo at first tonight, and in the outfield, the usual Verdugo, Judge, and Juan Soto.
Clark Schmidt, good athlete, good move to first.
First ball swinging, Kyle Manzardo, and that's going to fall in front of Soto. Soto got a late break. Manzardo dumps one into shallow right.
Well, this was the perfect storm. You had Aaron Judge in left center. He was not playing the normal spot. You can see the ball gets in on Manzardo. And because Soto was kind of a little deeper too with the sun, that's just kind of the Bermuda Triangle. You got to remember, guys, when you're in Yankee Stadium, even if you're playing deep, you get to those balls. Now it's a little deeper back there.
Deep in Yankee Stadium is shallow everywhere else.
Yeah.
It's a great point. And you're dealing with that setting sun. Visibility is not ideal. First and second, Jose Ramirez, and a big breaking ball almost hit him on the shoe tops.
And we were wondering the other night, guys, 6-2, Jose Ramirez hit a home run. We kind of said at the time, probably meaningless in the big scheme of things. But for him, confidence-wise, coming home, is that something that jump-started him?
Last at bat against the Yankee closer, non-save situation, but Luke Weaver gave him a changeup, and Jose Ramirez dropped one into the bleachers over Soto's head in right field. His second postseason home run this year. Both of them have been on the road. Ramirez, foul pop, and that is going to end up on top of the dugout. Such a popular player here. All that talk from Aaron Boone about Jose Ramirez being underrated. We don't think he's underrated. That all generates from here in Cleveland. They know they've got a superstar. He is one of the most popular players that have ever played here. Six-time All-Star. But you can make the case that around the game, outside of the game, he's hardly known to be this kind of player. But for a long time now, guys, he has been one of the great talents.
Luckily, the media stopped talking about him being overrated, or Booney would have lost his arms.
He was going to throw both arms at the team.
Throw both of his arms. I don't know how he was going to do it, but he was going to do it.
He is a major weapon, and the Guardians need him to get going as he whistles one foul. During the regular season, Ramirez with 39 homers, 39 doubles, 118 RBIs. Only Judge had more RBIs. He finished second in the AL. He was fourth in the American League in home runs. And he is very fast. Here's the 1-2, and a swing and a miss. What a pitch. That's the signature curve of Clark Schmidt, and he wipes out Jose Ramirez for the first out.
Well, you can see it's that knuckle curve that comes over off that middle finger at the very last spin. And that ball was nasty.
Well, and if you're Ramirez, he thought that was a cutter coming in right there. That's why you saw it. Guys, when you're facing Clark Schmidt, he is so good from side to side on the plate. So lefties have to lay off that cutter in, get the ball out over the plate. And for the few right-handers in the Guardians lineup, you got to be able to lay off that slider knuckle curve away and get yourself something over the plate.
Ramirez now 1 for 8 with runners in scoring position in the postseason. Here's Josh Naylor. Naylor takes a ball. You might remember, if you were watching the division series, Jose Ramirez had an RBI double, was originally scored as an error, then changed a day later to a double. But that's the one hit he's had with runners in scoring position in this postseason. It has been a struggle for him. 2 on, 1 away. Naylor pulls one on the ground. Oh, nice pick by Birdie. Wow, for a guy who has played very little first base, he played that handsomely. That was a do-or-die pickup by John Birdie.
Well, give him a lot of credit, guys. If you wait on this ball, you're getting the bad hop. And so for him, you can see he came in and he got it just after that hop, which is much easier. If he waits back on that with that spin, it's a tough play.
He tried to get it on the short hop, but he still got it in the in-between hop, what made the play even better.
As you said, for a guy that's not used to playing over there all the time, that was nice.
You know, he's been an infielder. He's played some short, third, second. He's probably loving that big glove over there. Here's Lane Thomas now. Second and third. Thomas on the first pitch. Ground ball to Chisholm. Chisholm makes the play, and the inning is over, and Clark Schmidt gets out of it. A walk and a single to start it. Retires the next 3 hitters. Couldn't have a better night up in the sky to show you the beautiful images of downtown Cleveland. Progressive Field is jam-packed. And here we go to the second inning. Both pitchers stranding 2 runners on. Matthew Boyd walked 2 and struck out 2 in that first inning, and he deals strike 1 to John Birdie. Birdie, Volpe, and Verdugo will start it for the Yankees. And it's quickly 0-2. Let's send it down to Lauren Jabara.
Guys, talking to John Birdie a little bit earlier, he just told me how much Anthony Rizzo has played a part in helping him learn that first base position. The only time he's ever done it 2 years ago for 2 innings in spring training. And Anthony told me he's been so receptive to asking for advice, and it's worked out.
A strikeout by Boyd. Thank you, Lauren. And, you know, to play the position, it's one thing to just go out to first base, take some ground balls. It's not really the ground balls, the throws over. I'm imagining it's cut off and relays and all those. Where do you stand?
Short hops, knowing where to be, and you know, it doesn't surprise me with Anthony Rizzo, man. One of the great guys in this game,
Great teammates.
Exactly. So to help him out, what a beautiful thing.
Birdie's already made a terrific play and made one of the plays of the division series on a diving stop in game 2. So he's proven his wares defensively. To his credit, he has worked hard to get there. I will say, though, as Volpe takes a ball inside, Aaron Boone has not used a pinch hitter yet in the postseason. This could be the day, though. It feels like Rizzo and Wells sitting on the bench are going to be involved in this game at some point.
Matthew Boyd now. This is his 3rd start. He's pitched 8 innings so far, 13 punch-outs.
I'm telling you, his ability to mix all those pitches, you can't get comfortable as a hitter, right?
Now listen, he hasn't been in a ton of trouble yet. He hasn't given up a run. But there's a zen quality to Matthew Boyd when he's on that mound. And maybe it's from the difficulties of the last couple of years. Maybe it's from not being with a team till starting the season on August 13th. Who knows? But he seems to be in a comfortable place.
And let's say what it is too, Ronnie. You go out there and have yourself a great postseason. Make a little money next year.
You won't have to have a showcase in the middle of the summer.
Exactly.
Yeah, that's where he was 4 months ago. He was pitching for teams. They call them showcases. His was at UCLA. And he had a lot of teams there watching him to see how he looked, see if they could work with him. The Guardians were the first to make an offer, and they gave him a chance to be a starting pitcher coming back. So he went to the minor leagues and then ultimately got to the big leagues with Cleveland August 13th. Once he had built up essentially his spring training. And in 8 starts with Cleveland, he went 2-2 with a 2.72 ERA. He had pitched in the postseason as a reliever with the Mariners 2 years ago. But his postseason starts have all come in this window with the Guardians. As Volpe draws the walk. Yankees are working the counts right now. That was their 3rd 3-2 count and the 3rd walk issued by Boyd. Play Ball is baseball's global youth initiative to highlight the fun and accessible ways to play our great game. To learn more, including how to find a league near you, go to playball.org and follow Play Ball on X, Facebook, and Instagram. Alan Porter wearing the cam for us today. Porter cam, we'll call it over at first base.
You thinking of that one, or did you just come up with it?
You know, that's Alan Porter. He's got a camera on. It's just poetry, Frenchie, poetry. Takes you right down on the field. Alex Verdugo. Bouncing ball up and over the head of Naylor. Down the right field line it goes. Volpe on his way to 3rd. Verdugo into 2nd. Throw comes in. Not in time. He blocked the base. And the safe call by the second base umpire, Jansen Visconti, right away. Rocchio had put his foot and leg in front of the base. And whether the throw beat him and the tag beat him or not, he was going to be safe.
Yeah, that's one of those right there, right? It's a bad break. You got the ground ball, and it just happened to go over. I like the play here by Schneemann.
I think Visconti is saying that the right foot of Rocchio was in front of the base. But first, nice play by Schneemann to get to it, Frenchie.
Yeah, and you usually don't see that call, do you, at second base like that? Not too many times. I think he still got his hand in there, even if he wasn't blocking, as you say.
Had Volpe gotten to third base, should he be delivered home because of the obstruction play?
How I heard it was described by me, watch his right foot get in the air. And it's not that he's trying to block the base. The throw kind of took him and his foot there. But how I was explaining this, if you're on second base and you're picked off, or your pickoff is behind you, and that play comes into, it is called, then the person on third base would score. Not in that instance.
Well, Jose Trevino gets his first start, and once you know, second and third right here.
Yeah, he is in a big spot. He has not started a game since the last day of the regular season. Second and third, one out. Number 9 hitter. And Trevino takes a ball. Guardians have their infield in already. Trevino, an all-star just 2 years ago. Not just a Gold Glover behind the plate, a Platinum Glove Award winner. Swing and a miss. Frenchie, gotta wonder about his timing and rhythm. And even though the Yankees have the traject machine, which gives you the simulation and all the sim games, it's got to be a different story here.
Well, today's October 17th. Last game was what, September 28th? We're talking 3 weeks without a live AB.
Trevino shoots one to right field, a base hit. In to score is Volpe. And how about Jose Trevino? That was big news that he was in the starting lineup today for the Yankees, and he delivers in his first at bat since the last day of the regular season. 1-0 Yankees here in the second.
He just let you know his timing's fine, Frenchie.
God bless. I mean, you talk about what a great piece of hitting here. And Naylor almost got to that.
That is so impressive.
You know, you wonder too, Boyd, though, probably wasn't trying to do that with location. He left it out over the plate for him. You feel like if that ball's in, it might be a different story.
Now it's first and third. Top of the order. Here is Gleyber Torres. Shows bunt. Boyd misses in.
Well, as hot as Torres is, you would not think he would be bunting. But this is a safety squeeze kind of situation if you wanted it to be.
Saw the Guardians do that in the last series with David Fry. Oh, they picked him off. Great move. Trevino on a rundown. Tried to stay in one. There's the tag. Boyd is the one who gets the tag on the pitcher. And you cannot do it any better than that if you're a pitcher. Not only did he pick him off, but he got himself into the rundown defensively.
Well, and they did such a good job of really chasing, and they kept looking Verdugo back at third base, so he never had a chance to go right here. This is how you want to do it. And guys, look, we didn't really talk about it too much. 2 base running mistakes by the Yankees the other night. They got away with it, right? In closer games like this is big scenario.
Big mistake there.
Outs on the bases. Yankees statistically one of the worst base running teams in the major leagues this year. Now 2 men are out. Runner at third base, and Boyd drops a strike in there. Big slider from Matthew Boyd.
And I'm guessing, Ronnie, as a pitcher now, you kind of feel a little momentum shift, right? To know you got a chance to get out of this now.
Well, you see a crack at the end of the tunnel, some light, you know.
Here's the 1-1. Torres laid on it. 1-2 the count.
But if you're on the mound right now and you're Boyd, I know he's hot. You have to get through Torres. You have to end this inning right here because of who's coming up.
Yep. And then you start with him fresh in the third.
Gleyber Torres is dialed in right now. The takes he's having.
Yes.
Early in the season, we did some games. Remember, he was
Flailing.
swinging at that every single time,
Totally.
and he's taken it and seen it well.
2-2 the count. Runner at third. Yankees have a run in, and he stings out into left field. Kwan, the Gold Glover, will make the catch, and that will retire the side. First ball swinging. Daniel Schneemann sends that deep to left. Going to be run down by Verdugo. He is a Gold Glove finalist, Alex Verdugo, and he looked like one right there. Fetched that one off the bat of Schneemann. Out number one here in the second inning.
He gave this a ride. Give him credit. He got something out front. Look, Schneemann's in there right now. None other reason. They're trying to get a lift, right? They're trying to get someone in there that can add some power. And if you go look at the numbers, you know, he's had a good year. Not a lot of experience, but
we have a lot of great things to say about him, but he's going to have to take a pitch or two.
yeah,
Daniel Schneemann.
we'll get back to you next time.
That is a jolt to the lineup, according to his manager. Andres Jimenez bounces one to Torres. Birdie has to race back and then gets into the running lane. That's one of those areas you see some of that inexperience at first. Birdie not knowing how far he needs to go over to make that play, but all is well, and he gets the out. Panic setting in about right here.
But he really could have got hurt here. He backed up right into the running lane. Jimenez had no place to go. Luckily, neither player hurt in that instance.
Quarter cam.
And right into the cam at some point.
2 outs. Here's Austin Hedges. Clark Schmidt's thrown 4 pitches. He already has 2 outs in this second inning. Hedges hitting 8th in the batting order. He's looking for his first postseason hit. He's back with Cleveland. He was part of their 2020 postseason run and their 22 postseason run, and then he was part of the Rangers World Series winning team last year. Got a World Series at bat. That one's on the ground, over to Birdie, and that is a nice easy inning for Clark Schmidt. 6 pitches, 3 up, 3 down. He's retired 6 straight. Yankees lead 1-0. Back at Progressive Field in Cleveland, Juan Soto will lead off. Believe me, he was in that box halfway through our commercial. He was the first one in the dirt circle, standing in was
He beat Hedges out there, the catcher.
Him and Dan had a little conversation. I think he said, "Is this good?"
Soto was hit with a pitch clock violation his last time up. Before he saw a pitch, they pinned a strike on him for not being attentive to the pitcher by the 8-second mark. And Soto is a little agitated. He did hit a rocket into center field, though, and left the bat at 110 miles an hour. Lane Thomas made a nice catch on him. Yankees lead 1-0 here in game 3 as Matthew Boyd deals. Soto tracks it all the way in. Ball 1.
Soto always pounds on that right hip, a reminder to keep that hip in, especially against a left-handed pitcher.
Here's a 2-2, and Soto, big bouncing ball right to Jimenez. And there is out number 1. Don't forget, coming up later tonight from Citi Field in Flushing, Queens on FS1, it's game 4, Dodgers Mets. Been some lopsided games in that series thus far. Dodgers lead the series 2-1. Mets try to get it back even tonight, and then tomorrow night, doubleheader. Dodgers Mets will get us started. That's FS1, and then we'll have game 4 of this Yankees Guardians series at 7:30 as Aaron Judge with a big swing and a miss on a Boyd changeup.
So the first at bat, he started him with a big breaking ball.
Yep.
Second at bat, changeup from Boyd.
Now, you want to talk about it for Judge, guys. He's played in 8 postseason games here now, Progressive Field. He's got 2 home runs and 30 at bats. Look at that right there. 16 Ks. Struck it over half the time.
Hits that one on a hop out to Rocchio. And Rocchio makes a play. A couple of ground ball outs from Soto and Judge. 2 outs in the 3rd inning. These two teams meeting for the 7th time in the postseason. They have met every other year since the 2020 season. Also met back in 2017, which was Judge's first postseason appearance and his first postseason against Cleveland. Stanton, swing and a miss. He was trying to get on that fastball.
I think Ronnie, I think Boyd's trying to show, I think I can stay in this ball game and keep taking you places.
He was not in this game in the 3rd inning in Game 5. But to Stephen Vogt's credit, though, and talking to him after, he and Carl Willis and the whole game plan management team, they knew they had a day off. It was a Game 5. It was also against Tarek Skubal, and they had a fully rested bullpen coming off a travel day the day before. So they win early. That will not be the case here today, knowing they have to win 4 games of the next 5 if they're going to advance to the World Series. So while there is urgency, you still have to play a little bit of the long game. You've got 3 in a row now. Broken bat. Rocchio had it covered in the hole, and he'll make the play, and that's 3 ground ball outs. Fastball that time from Boyd. He's hitting .435 this postseason. Was 2 for 4 in Game 2 at Yankee Stadium. 4 for 7 in the series with a home run. Rocchio's a switch hitter. Stephen Vogt lining up his batting order with a ton of lefties and switch hitters. So 7 of the 9 batters in the lineup will hit off the left side against Clark Schmidt.
Look, and during the regular season, Rocchio hit .211 against righties, .462 this postseason so far.
Been a different player. They've been chanting his name. And he stings that one. Oh, it's off the glove of Birdie. Into the grass in shallow right. Rocchio is going to be on with another base hit. A hot shot off the bat of Rocchio. And a lead man on for Cleveland here in the 3rd inning.
Well, that might be the first time that you could say, if you had Anthony Rizzo, that's probably a catch with his height. But that,
right.
It looked like he timed it good. It just went off the side of his glove.
I think he reached for that ball. It was too high. He thought it was going to be higher than it was, and ended up hitting him in the heel of the glove.
And now, Frenchie, we'll see if the Guardians start to deploy their running game.
Trevino, 38 for 42, the last runners. So they've been able to take advantage.
Steven Kwan takes a strike. Trevino won the Platinum Glove a couple of years ago. He is a great defensive catcher, Ronnie, but it's not because of his throwing. It's because of how he frames and blocks.
And he had a better year the year he won the Platinum Glove, but he did not have a good year throwing, obviously, this year.
Platinum Glove is an award given to the best defender among the Gold Glovers. So you have all the Gold Glove winners with each position, and the one who's the best of that group earns the Platinum Glove. We have 2 of them in this game, with Trevino behind the plate for the Yankees, Jimenez the second baseman for the Guardians. Kwan in the air to center field. Judge will back up a few steps. He'll make the play for out number 1.
In Trevino's defense, most of the game, stolen bases in today's game come off the pitcher.
Absolutely. I was going to say.
They have no chance many of the times.
And I think right here, right, at some point you got to go. You got to take some chances. You talked about in the open playing guards ball.
Yeah.
Well, it's good defense, and that's running the bases.
Put pressure on the Yankees.
1-0 game. Yankees lead it, scoring a run on a Trevino RBI in the 2nd inning. Manzardo takes a strike. Guardians do have 4 steals this postseason. They have not been caught. They've had a lot of traffic. You know, watching them through the division series, even through this championship series, they have had men on base. That has not been the problem. Delivering with runners on base has been for Cleveland.
When they were at their best earlier in the season, I saw them play, and they were relentless on the bases, defensively. It's almost like they're trying to play a little careful, and he can't do that.
It is up to 3 for 31. 3 hits and 31 at-bats for the Guardians with runners in scoring position. They had runners at first and second with nobody out in the first. Schmidt got out of it. Schmidt retired 6 in a row before giving up that single to Rocchio. 3 balls and a strike now on Manzardo.
That being said, Schmidt all season long has done a nice job with his catchers. 12 attempted steals, only 5 stolen bases.
And so far he has kept Rocchio pinned to first base. 3-1 hitters count. Manzardo drives one way back. Goodbye. Kyle Manzardo, his first career postseason home run. The rookie delivers a scoreboard flipper here in the 3rd inning.
And one thing for Kyle, he got a 3-1 count, so instead of getting that cutter in on the hands, sinker out over the plate. 108 off the bat, 395 feet for his first postseason career home run.
First lead for the Guardians in this ALCS. Yankees have not trailed since Game 2 of the division series, and he got to enjoy that one. Manzardo, big power hitter in the minor leagues, cuts loose on one here. What a moment for that kid.
That's the old back leg home run.
When you sink the ball, you've got to pick a spot in the middle of the plate to sink it from when you're in a 3-1 count, because you have to throw a strike. Sometimes that spot you pick starts on the inside corner and ends up right down the middle.
He hit 20 homers at AAA Columbus this year, 5 in the big leagues, and he just put one into the seats. The reaction of Jimenez and Kwan.
The 2-run blimp shot.
Yeah. Well, you know, Ronnie, to your point, earlier in the season, they were scoring tons of runs, pushing. As the season's gone on, they've gone down and down from the first half to the second half, and then now even worse in the postseason. So they need some of this to really. They averaged 4.8 runs for the All-Star break, 3.8, and now 3.4.
Ramirez fouls one off his foot.
Watching Ramirez in this postseason, especially in this series. Oh, that's what you were talking about right there, French.
See, it's just gone down. And like you said before, man, they were running wild, scoring runs. And Stephen Boda told us the second half it's been a challenge. And they need shots like that.
A lot of that has to do with Stephen Kwan. He struggled post All-Star break, had a back injury. That's a swing at him as Ramirez. That curveball's been tough on him. That's the pitch Schmidt struck him out on last time up.
I think in watching Ramirez, especially in this series, the right side he's locked in, but from the left side he's very hitterish. He's swinging at just about everything.
2-2 the count.
I'll tell you, you know what it looks a little bit for me from this side? Pull happy, right?
Yeah.
We're used to seeing him go line-to-line power. Everything's early, right? Even his foul balls are hard, but way down the right field line.
Both of his homers have been pull homers. One is a lefty, one is a righty. And he rips that one foul, almost wiped out Sandy Alomar Jr.
He didn't panic, though, did Sandy?
Sandy's used to seeing 100 coming at him.
Still in great shape.
Whoa, low bridge.
Part of the legacy of the great Cleveland teams in the 90s. A terrific run. And that is going to be ball 4, and Ramirez will draw the walk. To 1-out walk follows the 2-run homer by Manzardo. And a base runner for Josh Naylor. Hey, a reminder, you can stay connected to all things postseason with T-Mobile, the best 5G coverage in the game with America's largest 5G network.
Naylor's been swinging at a lot of first pitches in this series.
And that is his scouting report. He's a guy that drove in 108 runs. He was 6th in the AL in RBIs, Ronnie, with 31 home runs, and not a guy that strikes out a lot. A lot of early swings. And he takes a first pitch strike this time. Backdoor cut fastball from Clark Schmidt. Oh, and 2 the count. Ramirez stole 41 bases during the regular season. Their best base stealer.
21 here at home.
Sizable lead. 0-2 the count. And Naylor pulls one. That is foul. Wow.
We got the coaches, the umpires, everyone's jumping out of the way. We had to have a good shot on our Porter cam, didn't we? Had to.
Oh, that's right.
Oh, look at that.
My goodness.
I'll tell you what, an umpire with less athleticism.
0-2 the count. Naylor takes a ball. Guardians have jumped in front. They grabbed their first lead of this championship series on a Kyle Manzardo home run. He's 2 for 2. The rookie getting the start with a right-hander on the mound. Naylor pulls that one foul.
And you saw Rodon get the start in game 1, Schmidt in game 3. Yes, rest had something to do with that, but also, guys, Schmidt on the road, a 1.39 in 8 starts this year at Yankee Stadium, a 4.50. So I also think they liked him in this atmosphere. He's pitched good other than that one mistake to Manzardo.
He's got Naylor in a 1-2 count and a swing and a miss. There's that big curveball. It is a good one. Naylor strikes out. Second out of the inning.
Well, this has become his swing and miss pitch so far in this ball game. Got Ramirez earlier and a dangerous Naylor here.
His 2 strikeouts on that big curve and no chance. Great look at it from Mascan. Lane Thomas. There goes Ramirez. Pitches upstairs, throw to second base, and safe. Trevino got rid of it quickly. Ramirez with the steal. Brad Ausmus, the bench coach, he wants Aaron Boone to challenge this. We get 2 challenges in the postseason.
Definitely feel like the throw beat him.
Yes.
At least from here. Well, let's take a look at the tag.
Up here it looked like he was out, but we'll have to see.
Basecamp presented by T-Mobile, America's largest 5G network.
Oh, I think he's going to be safe.
Yeah.
Absolutely. That left hand to me. Yeah, it's about the same time.
Yeah, it's very close, though. It's closer from that angle, from that shot, than before.
Visconti at second base, and that was bang, bang, and I think he made the right call.
You know, the pitch from Schmidt to Trevino was almost like a pitch out.
Yeah.
It was just a fastball up.
You know, but you tapped me right before to go.
Yeah.
They got to take chances like that.
I agree.
Jose Ramirez has got it. Now a base hit, you score another run, and that replay review is powered by Zoom. And look at that, Ronnie. I think it's tied.
It's one of those that if he was called out on the field, he'd be out. But if he's called safe, I think the call is going to remain the same.
Yeah, that is
so close.
And incredible camera work as well by our crew down there. All these amazing angles.
What's the pinky?
Still not quite
there it
sure.
is.
The one thing's for sure, if Gleyber Torres keeps the tag on him as he goes by,
yeah, you're right.
He's going to be out. He slid over the bag. He couldn't keep his hand engaged.
I agree. I think that left pinky.
Yeah, right.
A friendly chat Juan Soto and
After
Jose
review,
Ramirez.
on the field stance. Runner is safe. New York has one challenge remaining.
So you take a chance, you have the extra challenge, and it does not go the Yankees' way. I think you're right, Ronnie. If that's called out on the field, that's not going to be overturned either. And when they use the word stands, that tells you as much.
Sometimes it's just a smart play. You have Lane Thomas up, and great play by Lane Thomas, who loves to swing at the first pitch, but he took a pitch to let him steal. And think about it, if he is thrown out, Lane Thomas leading off an inning is not a bad thing.
But you've got to push the envelope.
I agree.
And now let's see if Lane Thomas will pretend this is his first pitch. He takes, and he takes a strike. That's the other variation of the curveball, the sweeper.
Rob Thompson will be mad at you right now.
He does not like that phrase. But his curveballs are vastly different. A swing and a miss.
Well, the sweeping slider that he throws, he uses to get back in the count and throw a strike. The knuckle curve hard one is the swing and miss pitch.
Yeah, that's the put away.
Yeah, I mean, we could spend a half inning, Ronnie, breaking down the different pitches of Clark Schmidt and all the subtle movements that they have, and all valid and all available in the toolbox. The pitches that break away from a right-handed batter, the cutter, the sweeper, the curve, a slider. 2-2 with Ramirez in scoring position, 2 outs, and Thomas takes a ball. Clark Schmidt was walking off the mound. He thought he had a ring up.
Well, I think more than anything, BA, it hurt because he was set up way in and had to reach way across.
Full count to Thomas. Big bouncer. Thomas can run. Long throw. Out at first. That is a run-saving play. Anthony Volpe, the Gold Glove winner last year, just got it there in time. And John Birdie there for the pick. Ooh, close play. No challenge. Just got him. Big play saves a run to end the inning. But Manzardo with a 2-run homer, and it's 2-1 Cleveland. Beautiful night, Cleveland, Ohio. Your team, your players, your home for postseason baseball. Download the MLB app today. A lot going on here this weekend. Downtown Cleveland is hopping right now. They are so happy to have a championship series return to this city. Last one was 2016. Went to the World Series that year, of course. Lost to the Cubs in the World Series of 2016. This Cleveland franchise in search of their first championship, their first World Series title since 1948. Schneemann takes a ball. Patient at the plate here, Daniel Schneemann.
Got a chance to talk about him, don't you, BA?
Yeah.
Schneemann played his college ball at BYU and making his first postseason start here today. Has made the conversion from the infield to the outfield. Known as a super utility these days, Frenchie. Can do both.
Well, and again, I think this is a shot in the arm, right? You want to get someone in there and give him a chance.
Sounded like he broke his bat, hit the back of the mound, and then Volpe makes a play for the out. Schneemann is 0 for 2. Brings up Andres Jimenez. A Kyle Manzardo 2-run home run has put the Guardians in front. Yankees have only trailed in 8 innings of the first 6 games of this postseason.
And this kind of, to me, is where the Guardians have struggled a little bit, is the 6, 7, 8 area in the lineup, right? The ability, it's almost been kind of like 3 innings where there's really nothing going on, and you don't have that ability to score.
Even with the numbers from Rocchio,
Yeah,
7, 8, 9 has not been great.
Well, you know, Hedges is on deck, and for Cleveland guys, the catchers are 0 for 23 with 9 Ks this postseason for Cleveland.
One out here, bottom 4. 1-2 the count on Jimenez.
No.
2-2. Jimenez, very talented second baseman. Second year of a 7-year deal he signed last year. Then an all-star. He came to the Guardians franchise in the Lindor trade. It's been a struggle for him. He's 4 for 24 now in this postseason with 10 strikeouts. He's known as a great defender, but he does bring a little offense. Been a down year for him offensively, and he's really struggled here in the postseason. But you see his numbers against Schmidt. Got good memories against this pitcher. 2-2. Broken bat. Birdie gobbles it up, takes it to the bag, and 2 men are out. And 2 cracked bats here for Clark Schmidt in this 4th inning.
Hey, Clark Schmidt's broken about $1,000 worth of bats so far tonight. A lot of broken wood to these left-handed hitters.
Here's Austin Hedges with 2 outs. Schmidt, 28 years of age, grew up outside Atlanta. He was a big Braves fan growing up. Down the left field line, that's hooking. It is down fair. Austin Hedges on his way to second, and the throw comes in late. A belly flop double for Austin Hedges, his first hit of the postseason.
Well, Austin must have heard me give those catcher stats just a minute ago, because the big fella turned on this ball right here beautifully. This is the one he got off the end of the bat last time, and this time you can see he went out there and hooked it right down the left field line.
Base Camp presented by T-Mobile, America's largest 5G network. Hedges giving him some life here in the 4th. Runner at second, 2 outs. Brian Rocchio, then one of their hottest hitters, and he takes a strike.
That's the first hit Cleveland's gotten from their catcher since September 25th.
1 for 24 in the postseason from their catching position as Rocchio bounces to birdie. Nice easy hop, and Clark Schmidt gets through it. Rock and Roll Hall of Fame induction weekend this weekend. Congratulations to Mary J. Blige, Foreigner, Ozzy Osbourne. Who else shares on that list?
Dave Matthews Band.
Oh, very nice.
I mean, how eclectic is that list?
I'll sing some Foreigner tonight.
Please don't.
No.
Karaoke night in downtown Cleveland with Jeff Francoeur. If you haven't been to the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame, put it on your list. It is awesome. And they'll have great music here all weekend. Alex Verdugo against Matthew Boyd. Pitch number 70 here for Boyd. Verdugo, lazy fly ball out to left field, and there's out number 1. Matthew Boyd has retired 8 straight.
You know, you can only pitch the personnel that you have. But the Yankees this year were 78-45 against right-handed starting pitching, 21-24 against left-handed starting pitching.
Which we talked about before the game, right? With Judge and Stanton, and Soto hits the lefties great. It just doesn't make a whole lot of sense.
First ball swinging, Trevino. And Rocchio puts him away. 2 outs here in the 5th. Well, there is bullpen activity. Cade Smith, you've got the top of the Yankees order coming up. There's not been a starter for Stephen Vogt in this postseason that has finished 5 innings. Boyd did have a 4 2/3 outing.
And he might only have 1 batter and 1 chance to finish 5 innings.
He's retired 9 straight.
And there's sometimes when a guy's on a roll like this, so
feel
stay
it.
out of the way.
I feel it, Frenchie. You don't have to push me. I come from a different era. I would love to roll it out there with Boyd, he's been so good.
1-0 to Gleyber Torres. In there.
It was a beautiful look from the umpire camera, seeing that slow curveball from Boyd.
Torres has reached on a walk and lined out. Hit the ball sharply to left his last time up. He's really seeing it well right now. And that one's on the ground. And how about Matthew Boyd? He's the first Cleveland pitcher to get through 5 innings. And it is 5 strong. If that's his last hitter, he'll finish with 10 in a row. 2-1 Guardians, top of the order coming up for Cleveland. And Matthew Boyd, impressive. Pitched only 2 innings in Game 5. He came back fresh. 5 strong innings, and Ronnie finished with 10 consecutive retired, and it looks like his night is over based on this observation.
Yeah, the last 9 outs, 7 of them on the ground, 4 punch outs, 11 2/3 he's pitched in 3 starts with 14 punch outs for Boyd. Outstanding.
He will exit with the lead. That's his final line, 75 pitches. What an incredible comeback it's been from Tommy John surgery. Didn't have a team to pitch for as late as June. Signed with the Guardians. Made his debut in mid-August. And he's given them 3 excellent starts. Guardians lead 2-1. They've got the top of their order coming up here against Clark Schmidt. He pitches with activity in the bullpen behind him. Kwan, Manzardo, and Ramirez. First 3 up. And Kwan in the air, left center field. Judge runs it down. They had him shaded that way. And Aaron Judge able to make the play for out number 1.
Let me tell you this, is you see, getting ready to see Tim Hill warm up, but if Judge is running at you like that, guys, Verdugo was smart and got the heck out of the way.
Yeah, he peeled off.
Oh my gosh. Did you, I don't know if you saw it. It looked like it was a collision. I'm sorry, Verdugo. You ain't going to win that one.
He knows. That's 6'7", 280 coming at you. Never been a player like him with that athleticism and speed and the ability to do what Judge does. It's remarkable to play center field. We know he's a slugger, but he's a good hitter, and he plays center field. Manzardo on the ground. Easy hop. Gleyber Torres out number 2. 2 up, 2 down. First time the Yankees have retired Manzardo. You can wear what the players are wearing on the field this postseason. Check out the largest selection of authentic jerseys, caps, hoodies, tees, and more. Visit MLBshop.com for your favorite team's postseason gear. Picture perfect October night in downtown Cleveland. Jose Ramirez with 2 away.
Well, he wants. Jose, actually, that was probably the first knuckle curve he got that he could do something with. That's the thing, you know, Boyd pitched a great game. Outside of that 2-run homer, Clark Schmidt's really done a great job and been in control against this Guardians lineup. Give him a lot of credit.
A real pitching matchup by the starting pitchers for a change.
Matthew Boyd is done. 5 innings. Handshakes all around. Stephen Vogt getting ready to run the most dominant bullpen in the majors this year, starting with Cade Smith. He will get Soto, Judge, Stanton. First-year manager, 2-time All-Star as a player. Bounced around a little bit, mostly known as an Oakland Athletic.
I'm telling you, too, it'd be a long time to me when we've seen Ramirez. How many pitches in? I mean, they're not even trying to go away right now. That's how comfortable they feel with that cutter and knuckle curve in on them.
0-2 the count on Ramirez. 2 outs here in the 5th, and Ramirez pulls 1 foul, and he's done a lot of that in this postseason run.
Stephen Vogt told us that he was getting too rotational, which means that he's not going straight out through center field with his swing. That's why so many balls have been pulled foul.
It's almost kind of like complete opposite or same thing of what Judge is doing on the right side, right? They're both pulling off, really kind of being quick.
0-2 the count. Oh, bounced that one badly. That's about as wild of a non-wild pitch as you're going to get.
I mean, you'll see 55-footers occasionally. You'll see 58-footers occasionally. That's about 45 feet.
I think even I would have laid off that one.
Almost bouncing the grass. 1-2. Here he comes, and that one down and in. Count evens at 2-2. It unraveled a little bit in Kansas City in Schmidt's start in the 5th inning running.
It did. He wasn't able to get through that 5th inning. Only went 4 2/3 with the same kind of stuff that he's had this evening.
Ramirez lines one fair inside the line. Down into the corner it goes. And the speedy Ramirez on his way to second. He's in there with a double. Back-to-back innings for Cleveland. They get 2 out doubles. This time Ramirez.
And do you hear the place right now? This is what they need. Their superstar to get the fans ignited. He had seen so many of these all day, and he finally is able to hit one right on the line. Head first, the excitement he brings.
That had so much hook on it. It started at Birdie and just eluded him to his left.
Aaron Boone will take the ball from Clark Schmidt. Once again, out before he finishes 5. He was so close. He had 2 outs in this 5th inning. He will exit with 2 runs. Jose Ramirez with a 2-out double here, Frenchie.
Yeah, and you see the top hand. You see how it's coming over, and the bat, how Jose Ramirez usually is. That knob's going forward. He hits through the ball. It's why we're seeing so much hook, so much spin. You talked about it, Ronnie. That ball started at Birdie and went all the way in the line. When he's going right, that ball has no hook in it. So for him, something to keep an eye on.
He has tied his first base coach for doubles in the postseason. Now Tim Hill facing Josh Naylor.
Josh Naylor in the regular season had 44 2-out RBI. That was 3rd in the American League. Hill was outstanding in game 2. 5 outs. 5 important outs for the Yankees.
Really one of the unsung heroes in that Yankees victory in game 2. Naylor bounces one foul.
Got 5 tough outs too after having a rough game in game 1, allowing 3 straight hits.
Well, Naylor typically hitting in that cleanup spot with guys like Kwan and Ramirez in front of him. Drove in 108 this year. Big run producer. Hill's got him 0-2. Guardians lead 2-1.
A rare pitch up in the zone from Hill. He's a guy that lives around the knees. He's not going to strike out a lot of batters. A lot of balls put in play.
Slings it, and a fly ball left field routine for Verdugo. And Tim Hill comes on again, does a job. He pumps that fist. Clark Schmidt happy about that. Still 2-1 Cleveland. We go to the 6th inning. Yankees coming up. Field is in immaculate condition here. Mid-October, cool temperatures, and it's getting hot here in game 3 with Cade Smith coming on. One of the best relievers in the game, facing 3 of the most dangerous hitters in the game, and Juan Soto, Aaron Judge, and Giancarlo Stanton. Smith's first offering swung on and fouled away.
He's got the best stuff other than Class A in that bullpen. This is the most important part of this game, so they entrust it to him. Soto, Judge.
Strike to Soto. It's 0-2.
Yeah, you said it. This is the biggest part. You're facing the 3 best right here. It's like going through Ohtani, Betts, and Freeman.
Yeah, Soto, Judge, and Stanton.
Yep, absolutely.
Calm demeanor from Stephen Vogt. Yankees up 2-0 in this best-of-7 series. First game we've had here in Cleveland. Crowd has been loud. Smith deals. Big chopper out to short. Rocchio winds it up. And Soto is retired. Cade Smith has been a strikeout machine here in the postseason.
Well, 14 of them, and you can see the 4-seamer is just one of those that plays up, plays anywhere, middle, up in the strike zone. The sweeper, when he gets ahead at times against the right-handed hitters, and that splitter is nasty as well.
First ball swinging. Judge. Mighty hack at a first pitch fastball.
You have to remember, when you elevate against Judge, you have to elevate it higher because of his height.
If you look the other day, guys, the ball Hunter Gaddis threw him. It's higher for everybody else. For him, it's right where his swing.
It's unhittable for everyone else.
That's a good point.
0-2 to Judge. Ooh, he was on it. Fouls it back.
That's what we're talking about. That pitch right there.
And that's exactly the one. But you know what makes Cade Smith so, what we've seen this postseason, guys know the heater's coming, right? They get ready for it, and they're still a tick late.
He's a rookie. And he got him. Went with a splitter. Strikes out Judge. 2 up, 2 down.
You got to be ready for 97 plus, and the splitter just dropped off the table.
You might not see him throw another perfect splitter like that to the guy he had to throw it to.
Aaron Judge is 0 for 3 with 2 Ks. Soto 0 for 3. Stanton walked his first time up, then grounded out. The big three combined to go 0 for 7 at this point. 2 outs in the 6th. And it's a strike, and it's 0-2. Smith on the attack against the big bats. He is 9 for 9 in strikes this inning. The 0-2, broken bat, backhanded over there. Ramirez, long throw, is in time. 10 pitches, 10 strikes. Lane Thomas leads off, gave us one of the best moments of this postseason. It's even better in Espanol. Listen in.
Ahí está. Ahí está. Gran salami para Lane Thomas. Locura en el principio. Un lanzamiento y nos fuimos.
Oh man, it makes you smile every time as Thomas takes a pitch. Rafa Hernandez Brito and Carlos Baerga. Ahí está. Se fue.
Se fue.
That's unbelievable.
The house is on fire.
That's my thing. They said the house is on fire.
These two, so fun. We've had a great time with them the last couple of weeks, but the Spanish call here in Cleveland, and that was from Lane Thomas's grand slam in Game 5 off Tarek Skubal. That sent him to the LCS. Ian Hamilton gets the ball for Aaron Boone. Thomas swings and pulls one foul. It just missed the bag. Guys, Lane Thomas in that division series hit a 3-run home run in the first inning of Game 1 on the first pitch, and then had the grand slam on the first pitch in Game 5. He drove in 9 runs in that division series in 5 games.
They scored 19, so 9 of the 19 he knocked in.
Big pickup from the Washington Nationals at the trade deadline.
Something I learned there, that salami is a word that's used for the grand slam as well.
Grand salami para Lane Thomas. So great. Such passion and joy in that call. Three and 1 to Thomas. And that is ball 4. Thomas draws the walk. Lead man on against Hamilton to start the bottom of the 6th. Daniel Schneemann with a runner at first. He was the noteworthy addition to the lineup today for Stephen Vogt. 0 for 2 in his first start in the postseason, the rookie.
Thomas can run too. He's got speed.
Schneemann pulls it. Birdie knocks it down. A race to the bag. The flip to the bag. Not in time. No man's land. And Schneemann beats it out for an infield hit. And his first hit in the postseason. makes it 1st and 2nd. Cleveland in the 6th.
Well, he knocked it down. That was the key. Shouldn't have looked at second. He needed to toss that to first base once he knocked it down. I think they still got him at first base.
From the naked eye up here, it looked like that foot got out. Yeah, I think he's going to be out.
They're going to challenge this. Yankees lost a challenge earlier, but you get 2 in the postseason, and they will take one right here.
And that was really just an experience. Once he knocked it down, he could have just handed it off to Hamilton to run through first.
You can do a lot of things. The only way you get comfortable with those type plays going through that is experience, like you said, taking ground balls, and he just hasn't had enough, but he stuck with it, and I agree, B. I think he got him here.
And they're looking at all these angles. You see the angles that they are observing here. The foot of Hamilton is definitely down. The question was it on the bag or not?
So
right there to me.
Yeah, what I find interesting is that usually the first base umpire, he won't signal safe. He will signal off the bag. If he signals safe, then the pitcher's foot is on the bag.
There you go. So that ruling came down quickly. Successful challenge by Aaron Boone and the Yankees. And Schneemann will be out. It will advance a runner to second. Porter Cam stayed right on the play, and yeah, great look.
That was the best look.
Oh man.
Yeah.
So 1 away.
Is he hurt out there?
I think so.
Mound. Yeah, Hamilton looks like he's going to need some assistance now. The athletic trainers come out. Aaron Boone comes out.
You know, Ronnie, I was trying to look on that play, but, you know, he kind of got over there and then had to stop and then started again, and it was kind of awkward, right?
Well, the awkward part comes when he was reaching for the bag. Might have overextended. You know, you get injured legs, knee, groin.
He's not even trying to throw another pitch.
No, he's limping off.
So this would be an injury replacement, facing only 2 batters. He tried one, and yeah, something, it feels
that's got to be lower body,
lower
right?
leg.
Yeah.
He knew right there. Something on that left leg has bothered him. So this will be an injury replacement. And Aaron Boone will call on his bullpen. Whoever he chooses will have as much time as they need on this cool night to get ready. You can see all the infielders.
Yeah, they're all
and on the warm-up, he looked like he rolled his left ankle as well.
Right.
So it looks like Tim Meza, he's not coming out of the stands. He looked like it, but that's actually the stairs down from the bullpen. And so Meza will enter the fray here. Certainly a little earlier than he thought. He was not throwing, so he'll have as much time as he needs. They always check the hands for foreign substances. Always unnerving for pitchers to have to warm up on the game mound. Not your regular 8-pitch warm-up coming into a game, but to start from scratch and have to come in, especially in a postseason game when it feels like the whole world's watching you.
Well, it feels awkward because you feel like you have to rush to get ready because everyone's waiting on you.
And they always tell you, right? Take your time.
Right.
Tim Mays is still getting his warm-ups in. He'll get as much time as he needs. Injury replacement. Looks like he's ready to go here after one more pitch. Don't forget, Dodgers and Mets game 4. That is coming up in about an hour. Yamamoto against Quintana in that one. Dodgers lead 2-1. And then doubleheader tomorrow. Dodgers Mets will get it started. That'll be game 5 of that series on FS1. Then we'll have Yankees Guardians game 4 from Progressive Field right here in Cleveland. So one out. Let's reset the scene here. A walk to start the inning. Thomas to second base. 1 away for Andres Jimenez. And Tim Meza on the mound. And let's send it down to Lauren Jabara.
Tim Meza, guys. Many guys turn after they go pro in Major League Baseball. It can be difficult to complete their undergraduate coursework. Well, he did more than that. He actually earned his master's degree in sports administration from Ohio University on April 30th, 2021, and his Blue Jay teammates held a ceremony for him that day.
Well,
pretty cool.
How good is that, Lauren?
Yeah.
When you think of Meza, this is his 3rd time in the postseason. His first 2 were with the Blue Jays. You get a sinker and a slider from Meza.
And a couple of Ohio ties on the mound for the Yankees. Clark Schmidt from Bowling Green and Meza, Ohio U.
Well, the one thing with Schneemann getting that ball, it got Lane Thomas over to second. And one thing the Guardians kind of need right here, some tack-on runs.
Yes.
We saw in game 1 and 2, the Yankees took advantage and kept tacking it on and making it hard for him to come back.
The runner takes off, throw down to third. Not in time. That pitch was called a strike.
Again, pushing the envelope. Love this by the Guardians.
It's got a great jump. And let me tell you, a great catch here by Jazz Chisholm. From here at the angle, we thought it was sailing into the outfield.
Chisholm came off, made the play. Infield end, 2-1 Guardians. And that one misses. One correction. Clark Schmidt went to South Carolina. I beg your pardon.
Yeah.
3-1 the count. Andres Jimenez. It has been a struggle at the plate. He is up in a big spot. Meza trying to get through this. Tim Herron loosening in the Guardians' pen.
Yeah, and one advantage for the Yankees, outfield arm's pretty good, so you can't have a shallow ball. But I will tell you what, I would look for Lane Thomas to be aggressive here in this moment.
One out, bottom 6. Guardians lead 2-1. Jimenez on the ground, through, base hit. In to score is Thomas. It's an RBI single for Andres Jimenez, and it's 3-1 Cleveland.
A beautiful piece of hitting. Right here, you're looking for contact, right? Something you can get. He didn't necessarily hit that hard, but he stayed on that sinker and just got it past Torres.
You put pressure on the team in a lot of different ways. The pressure there with the steal, the infield had to come in.
Yep.
Runner at first, one out for Austin Hedges. Hedges delivered his first hit of this postseason. Doubled down the left field line in the 4th inning. Had been 0 for 10.
I'll tell you though, it would be interesting if you asked Tim Meza after. I agree, Ronnie. Did he take the amount of pitches that you really need to get warmed up? It's such an awkward feeling. Like you said, you got 40,000 looking at you. Let's go.
Here's a 2-0 and a swing and a miss. Sinking fastball from Meza. Meza in his first year as a Yankee. Longtime Blue Jay.
No.
Checked it. 3-1 the count.
And we talked about it all postseason. This is the area of the lineup. Saw Jimenez get that hit that they've had no production from. Hedges with that double already tonight. Now Jimenez with an RBI single.
Hitters count for Hedges. Check on Jimenez. Yankees pen is active. Jake Cousins. Meza released by the Blue Jays in July. A couple weeks later, Yankees signed him. And he gets A swing and a miss on another sinker. He's got a lot of movement on that pitch. 3-2 the count.
Yeah, just went after ball 4 too.
Yeah, when he's at his best, he keeps the ball down in the strike zone. Appearance of a ball that's going to be a strike on the knees and then disappears.
Rocchio's due next. Right off the end of the bat. That'll roll foul. Count stays at 3-2.
Sometimes you got to run those out because you put some spin on those.
Yeah.
They might come back and play.
Well, and Trevino here is smart. If you're seeing Hedges is trying to pull the ball right here, so everything's going off, and they're continuing to kind of ride that sinker down and away. If you're Hedges here, you can look to drive one to right center. I know that's not necessarily his approach, but he can shoot that gap.
Nothing but sinkers to Hedges. And he missed with one. Hedges draws the walk. First and second with one away. Guardians threaten for more here in the 6th inning. Matt Blake on his way to the mound. In Mays' defense, Ronnie, it's got to be moving so fast out there. You go from 0 to 100 miles an hour in a flash being put in this game due to injury.
Well, it's not only that you have to warm up in front of the people here in Cleveland, but it's just different than what you usually do before you come in the game. You know, you're out there, you try to throw your number of pitches, enough sliders and enough sinkers to get where you feel comfortable. So when you're called, you know what hitter you're going to face. All of a sudden, it's like, you're in. Let's go. And
we know this more than any other sport. Baseball's are creatures of habit, right? Baseball players. So, like you said, he's used to getting in a groove more, and here he was forced to come out on the big stage.
Meanwhile, Cleveland has it set up exactly as they hope, with a lead as you get into the 6th inning. Just added to their lead at the bottom of the 6th. Vogt's already deployed Cade Smith. And he's got 3 more down in that bullpen that have carried this team all year. The strength of their team, the 4 horsemen.
Remember, Rocchio's home run in this championship series came off the left-hander Rodon.
The Rocchio chance start up. Rocchio pops it up behind the plate. Trevino is there to make the catch. Mesa with a big out right there. Rocchio trying to ambush, and he is out number 2. Still runners at first and second. Back to the top of the order, Stephen Kwan.
There's that good sink by Mesa, and what got it just off the end of the bat. You think you're going to clip it, and it just keeps moving.
Same side matchup here, but Stephen Kwan very good against lefties.
Defensively, I've got to back up Chisholm here with 2 outs. I want to get him back as far as he can to protect that hole between third and short.
Runner goes, calls a strike, throw to third. Great play by Chisholm. It's another steal of third. Andres Jimenez, who stole 30 bases during the regular season. Hedges stays put at first. So the second steal of the inning, and it's first and third.
Well, that's why they kept Chisholm a little closer to the bag, but didn't mean anything there. Jimenez had a great jump.
He did. He had a big league, great jump, and now 3rd stolen base of the night for the Guardians.
Little infielders for the Yankees really haven't kept the last 2 base stealers close.
Three-1 game. Guardians have added one in the 6th. Stephen Kwan, one of their hottest hitters at the plate, and Mesa deals him a strike. Against lefties, Kwan hit .319. Higher OPS against lefties than right-handed pitchers. Hedges takes off, ground ball to second base. Torres will make the play, and the inning is over. 3-1, Guardians lead it. Jazz Chisholm will lead off for the Yankees, and the new pitcher is Tim Herron.
It's really
part of the big four.
Yeah, it really is. The big four are going to pitch in this game. It looks like guys that have thrown 74 or more appearances, ERAs under 2. Cade Smith was the first. Tim Herron on now.
Herron looked like he was starting to show some wear and tear in the division series. He was used often in that division series, but after a couple of days off, he has come back refreshed and looks like the Tim Herron we saw throughout the regular season.
I looked through in all 5 games in that DS, and we thought after 4, BA, that he kind of looked a little tired. He came back in 5 though, and threw a couple good ones here, and you see Jazz not liking the strike zone from Dan Isonia.
Two balls and a strike on Chisholm. Still shaking his head. Chisholm 0 for 2. And he'll draw the walk. Chisholm, a leadoff walk. Herron walks the lefty. And now we'll face John Birdie. To get to Emmanuel Clase, Frenchie, it's in some order: Smith, Herron, Gaddis, but these are the 3 that sets up the best closer in the game in Clase.
Well, and just looking ahead, right, trying to figure it out. We're 5 more hitters, and then Juan Soto's up.
Foul ball. Hedges took a shot back there.
I can tell you this: I know Gaddis, I know Herron have been unbelievable. I can't imagine. Oh, ouch.
That stopped your comment.
It kind of hurts to talk about, but I got to imagine Clase is seeing Soto. I mean,
yeah,
you would be surprised if you didn't.
Birdie breaks his bat. Chance for 2. Out at second. Out at first. And a double play. Guardians go around the horn.
You know what's interesting about that is that Birdie has got good speed. But French, you know, anytime you break your bat, it keeps you in that box.
Keeps you in the box an extra minute, and I'll tell you what, Ramirez obviously great at third, got rid of it quick, and Jimenez, the platinum Gold Glover, man, he shoots that ball straight over to first to Naylor.
Those 3 are as good as it gets as a trio in that infield. And all of them are Gold Glove finalists. So 2 outs now for Anthony Volpe.
And if you're thinking along with Carl Willis and Stephen Vogt down there, that double play was massive. Because it feels that you can get into that 8th inning.
Now you start counting outs as Herron deals a strike. 1 and 2 the count. Tim Herron fires. Volpe lays off. Smothered back there by Hedges. Volpe walked and scored in the second. He scored on Trevino's RBI single and the lone Yankee run. Volpe down the left field line. That is down fair. That's going to go to the fence. And Anthony Volpe with a 2-out double. So Herron giving up a walk and a double in this inning. That double play looming large right now. Volpe 2 for 3 in game 2. Now on base for the 2nd time tonight in game 3.
Well, Herron got too much of the play with that slider. Wanted to go back foot and hung out over the middle part. And Volpe, nice piece of hitting there, turning on that pitch.
Now the tying run at the plate. Alex Verdugo. Verdugo with a double back in the second inning. In there for a strike. High strike. Hunter Gaddis with right-handers coming up could be the next option. He is the last stop before you get to the Class A train. The 1-1. 2 balls and a strike. Meanwhile, that Yankee pen, Tommy Kahnle starts to loosen up with the Yankees threatening here in this 7th inning. Two and 1 to Verdugo. Fly ball left field. Quan eases toward the line. He's got it. And the inning is over. And we are moving into crunch time here. Bottom of the 7th coming up. Guardians have a 3-1 lead. Brian Anderson with Ron Darling and Jeff Francoeur. And I feel like there is some serious angst in that Cleveland dugout. Stephen Vogt's got some decisions to make.
Well, if you bring in Hunter Gaddis, guys, the third hitter, Juan Soto, you got to face him. So if one guy gets on, he has to face him with being the tying run. So I think if you're Vogt, are you bringing Herron back out, or do you ride with what you've done all year?
You can bring Herron back out, and then you can go straight to Class A if you have to for a multi-inning save. But the key for Cleveland would be, and it's starting with David Fry pinch hitting, get some runs, add on some runs.
That would make the decision a lot easier for Stephen Vogt. David Fry certainly has the power potential. He delivered one of the biggest home runs in this postseason. A go-ahead 2-run home run with 2 outs against the Tigers in Game 4 on the road. 7th inning home run flipped the scoreboard. Mesa's back out there.
And Gaddis is up in the bullpen throwing, so he's coming in, Frenchie.
Again, the Yankees in the 8th inning have Trevino scheduled to lead off, then Torres, then Soto if anybody gets on Judge.
Well, and we will see the first pinch hitter if Gaddis comes in this ball game for Aaron Boone's team. Are you going to see Rizzo, or he just goes straight up catcher for catcher with Austin Wells?
Three and 1, and it is ball 4. Fry draws the walk. Coming off the bench. Patient approach, and he is aboard to start the inning. And Aaron Boone on his way to the mound. Mesa looks like he has faced his last hitter, Tommy Kahnle, under the watchful eye of Mike Harkey in that Yankees bullpen.
Yeah, he ain't letting, you've said it, Jose Ramirez from the right side has been locked.
Yep.
Hit balls hard. They're not going to let him see Mesa.
And now Tommy Kahnle's worked up a big sweat on this cool night. Kahnle will enter to face Jose Ramirez with a runner at first and nobody out running.
Well, we talked about the 4 horsemen of the Cleveland bullpen. Well, there's 3 in the Yankees bullpen. Kahnle, one of those. Holmes, Kahnle, and Weaver. Playing a big card as Boone here.
And because of that great changeup, reverse splits. Lefties hitting 60 points lower than right-handed hitters against him.
Ramirez had a double in the 5th inning as a left-handed hitter in that 5th. But Frenchie, you pointed it out. It's a great look in slow motion, even though it was a hit. Ramirez, it doesn't look like his normal swing. He's hooking it a little bit.
He's hooking it, yeah, absolutely. Like I said, true guys like that, power hitters, man, when they're staying through it nice, it's got no hook.
Ramirez skies one left field, slicing over to Verdugo, and he'll make the catch for the out. Kahnle gets a big hitter right there in the 7th. Back to first goes Fry.
Show you how good his changeup is, guys. Hitters go up there, they sit on it, they get it, and they're still out in front.
75% of the time, or just about that.
You got to sell out,
the
right?
The changeup's coming.
Here's Josh Naylor.
Tommy, got to take a look at him.
Dan Isonia coming out, reminding Tommy Kahnle to make eye contact with the hitter, make sure the hitter is alert. Hitter has to be in by 8 seconds, but the pitcher has to make eye contact with him. Typically the first one's a warning, and then after that umpires have the leeway to assess a ball to the pitcher. Dan Isonia, the crew chief of the 6-man crew. Josh Naylor. And a runner at first and Fry, and Naylor a swing and a miss. Chase that changeup.
He's come in throwing 4 pitches, right? And there you go, all 4 changeups. And if he sees you go after it, I would imagine right here, he's going to make this one a little bit shorter, maybe right on top of the plate.
Kahnle's ERA this season on the road, including the post, is 0.45. And he's inherited 12 runners in the post. Only 1 has scored.
At an ERA this year of 2.11 in 50 games. Oh, and 2 the count on Naylor. And Kahnle strikes him out. Goes back to the changeup. Naylor is gone. Kahnle retires Ramirez, and Naylor picks up his first K here.
I mean, it's almost like a knuckleball pitcher. You know it's coming, but no one can hit it.
Well, Naylor right there again. If you're going to show you're going to keep biting at it, he's going to make you make the adjustment. All 5 pitches so far, changeups.
2 outs now. Still a runner at first and Fry. Lane Thomas. And that one upstairs. Kahnle looking at his hand. Lost the grip on that. Thomas walked in the 6th, had a key stolen base in that inning, and then scored on the single by Jimenez. Andres Jimenez added to the Guardians' lead. Our current score 3-1.
This isn't a bad matchup for Lane Thomas right here. He likes the ball down. Remember, both his home runs, one slider down in the zone, Tarek Skubal the fastball low. So if he hits his changeup bottom part of the zone.
No.
They'll ask. He did not. Checks his swing. Lane Thomas showing good patience in this game tonight. He's in a 3-0 count.
You know, it's a 3-0 count, and you think that you'd be swinging because you're going to get a fastball. That's not the case. He probably gets a changeup here, 3-0.
Well, he did, and Thomas draws the walk. And now first and second with a left-handed hitter, Daniel Schneemann, coming up. MLB Together is baseball's platform, embodying the sport's commitment to philanthropic causes and mental wellness efforts by the teams, the players, and the league. To learn more, please visit MLBtogether.com. Today is Spirit Day, Major League Baseball. We remember the legacy of Billy Beane, MLB's first ambassador of inclusion and player education, reminding you that all are welcome. Daniel Schneemann, the rookie, thought he had his first career postseason hit in the 6th inning. It went to replay, was overturned. He's 0 for 3. 2 on, 2 outs. Bouncing ball, ranging over Birdie. Fires a strike to Kahnle. Nice play by John Birdie. And the inning is over, and a leadoff walk goes for Nod. Aaron's a possibility? No. Gaddis? Yes. Stephen Vogt pushing the buttons. Game 3 of this best of 7 American League Championship Series, and Ronnie, it's Hunter Gaddis.
Yeah, look at these numbers. Another 78 games, ERA under 2, well under 2. There's a little more contact in the game, though, against Gaddis, as opposed to the right-hander Cade Smith, who came in earlier.
Aaron Boone uses his first pinch hitter of the postseason. Austin Wells That's for Trevino. Gaddis pumps a strike. 1-1 the count.
Well, guys, you would think 3 batters, right? You already see Clase starting to warm up out there. If Aaron Judge comes up, he's seeing the big fella, right?
100%.
That could be this inning. That could be to lead off the 9th. If Gaddis retires him in order. And there is Clase. Has not pitched in this championship series yet.
Wells has not been able to handle the fastball up in the zone yet in this series.
1-2 and a swing and a miss. Went right back to the heat. Wells strikes out. Gaddis out #1 here in the 8th.
This is a pitch that no one can hit. Up and in with something on it. Cold off the bench as well. Doesn't help.
Seeing the strength of this Cleveland team, their bullpen. Gleyber Torres, a swing and a miss. Remember in game 2, it was Torres who had a base hit to right field. That was on that changeup, the outside corner changeup that Gaddis throws so well, normally freezes hitters. And then that kind of set it up for Aaron Judge's homer. Goes to the right side again, but right at Jimenez. 2 up, 2 down for Gaddis.
Well, and huge 2 outs for Gaddis right here. With the 3-1 lead, you're facing Juan Soto. If for some reason he bridges you, it's a 1-run game.
Yeah, you had to face 3 hitters. So you didn't want any one on base when Soto came to bat.
Judge due next. 2 outs, 8th inning. Stephen Vogt has gone Smith, Herron, Gaddis. And one more piece to his bullpen puzzle is awaiting in Clase. Soto trying to force Clase into this game by reaching here with 2 outs in the 8th.
So Soto and Judge had 2 shots at Boyd, and then it was Cade Smith, and now it's Gaddis. A different look each and every time.
2-0, and Soto takes ball 3. Soto, Judge, and Stanton hitting in order in the batting order here tonight with Stanton in the cleanup spot. They are a combined 0 for 8. 3-0, and it is ball 4. So Gaddis walks Juan Soto. Stephen Vogt on his way.
Now remember, Ronnie, at the Open, you said if the 48 comes out of that bullpen, it's going to be a good day for the Guardians. He's going to have to earn this one tonight.
We'll see.
What a matchup we have right in front of us.
Well, it's a positive moment in any game when you get Emmanuel Clase in for the Cleveland Guardians, and he's going to be facing the future MVP of the American League. But there's no mystery with Clase. He just comes right after you with that cut fastball in and outside.
And again, though, something to keep an eye on. It's easier as a right-hander to face a guy like Clase than a lefty bearing in your knuckles. Judge's approach right here has got to get that cutter out over the plate. I know it's harder said than done. It's 100, 101, and try to shoot it to right center.
Arrested Clase.
Yeah.
2 Titans in the game right here. Clase and Judge. 2 outs, 8th inning. First pitch swung on, fouled away. Judge was ready to fire and was late. It is a cutter at triple digits consistently. Gaddis walking Soto on 4 pitches. The 0-1. 0-2.
Clase, when he was in the minor leagues with the Texas Rangers, he was transitioning from a starter to a reliever. Would watch videos of Mariano Rivera, hoping to be like him someday. Big breaths. Clase.
2 outs. Tying run at the plate in Judge. The 0-2. Judge takes a ball.
Sometimes you take a close pitch. Sometimes you just can't swing the bat because it's just too good.
Ready for a 1-2. Here he comes. Judge, line drive, right field, hit well, and it is up and out. Judge has homered. The game is tied at 3. Incredible. Aaron Judge in the clutch.
Well, we said it, the best closer in baseball against the MVP coming up. And his best shot was exactly that. Take the ball to right field. You cannot pull Clase. And there's only a few guys that could hit the ball this high off the ground and get it out. 110 off the bat.
I mean, a line drive.
Line shot right off the top.
Unbelievable. Aaron Judge, a silencer here at Progressive Field. And for the second time this postseason, Clase gives up a late homer.
Oh, I've never seen a ball get out of this park that fast.
I give a lot of credit to Judge. The approach, the way he was trying to go that way, BA, that's what we saw in early hitting today. He's trying to shoot that ball. He finally got it off 99.
The intelligence of the approach.
Yeah.
Something to admire.
Stanton pops it foul and out of play. I mean, that is going to go down as one of Judge's greatest moments right there against Clase to tie the game in the 8th inning. 2 outs, 2 strikes. Judge is now homered in back-to-back games. Didn't have a homer until game 2.
The ability of Soto to get on base before that too, to just set Judge up. The thought of facing him and the damage. Yeah, it's 4 balls.
Clase deals a 1-2. Another foul ball. Stanton getting off some good swings right now.
Well, that one was
that was an emergency. That was so it wouldn't break his knuckles.
In the division series against Detroit, Manuel Clase in the 9th inning gave up a home run to Kerry Carpenter. That ball's hit well deep center field, way back there. Giancarlo Stanton, a home run. Judge and Stanton go back to back, and the New York Yankees have grabbed the lead. Oh my goodness. Giants in the Yankees lineup go back to back with 2 outs. Each had 2 strikes. It's 4-3 Yankees.
Oh my goodness.
Stephen Vogt asking Dan Isonia.
Are they appealing to first base?
If Stanton touched first base is what I think I heard. And
he got the corner.
Did. Bit of a Hail Mary.
You know what they saw on the bench show is he turned around and he thought that looks like he's looking for the bag, but he wasn't. He caught the corner. Go ahead, check it. Check that ball in right center and get that back for me as well.
After all those cutters.
Did the batter touch first base? Cleveland is challenged.
After all those cutters, guys, Clase threw the slider to Stanton.
And it was the slider that Kerry Carpenter hit out in a scoreless game in the division series.
And he was late on all those fastballs, and it sped his bat up with the slider.
Yep. We talked about that with Carpenter when he hit that bomb. Of pounding those knuckles in, same thing there.
I know what the Cleveland bench saw.
The batter did touch first base. Cleveland has 1 challenge remaining.
Sorry, I didn't hear what Dan said. But when you're on the bench and a guy touches first, and then turns around. He was looking at the bench, but when you see a guy turn around like that, that usually means that he's looking, did I touch the base or did I not? But he was really just circling around to tell his teammates or shout something at his teammates.
Clase facing Jazz Chisholm now. On the ground, up the middle, that's through. Hit the lip of the grass. Unlikely Jimenez, even if he gloves it, will throw out Chisholm. That's a base hit. 3 consecutive hits against Clase.
Well, here's that one to Stant. I mean, just a hanging slider, and you talked about it. You sped up his bat. He's getting ready for 99 to 100 right there. Instead, he got 92, and look how on time he is.
I mean, just the muscles of Stan flexing on that pitch, sending it out deepest part of the ballpark.
I mean, they can make some ballparks look tiny. Really 2 line drives that went out of the ballpark the opposite way.
Well, all night, guys, the Guardians pitchers had kept the big 3 0 for 8 with a walk. This time through, a walk and 2 homers.
Cannot express enough how dominant Emmanuel Clase was through the regular season. He gave up the entire regular season 5 earned runs. Chisholm takes off, throw it down to second, and not in time. Chisholm stays on the bag, and it's a stolen base. Clase gives up 5 earned runs all year, 2 homers all year. He's given up 6 earned runs now in the postseason, and his 2nd home run allowed. Amazing. The 0-1. 0-2 the count to John Birdie.
This game can be so cruel at times that a couple of games can erase an entire season of greatness by Clase. I mean, that's how it feels.
Guardians could not have had it set up better. Fly ball shallow right, sinking fast, but Schneemann is there for a nice sliding catch. Inning is over. A stunned sellout crowd here at Progressive Field. Now it is the Guardians' turn to see if they can answer back after Judge and Stanton go deep. Yankees have the lead. Rizzo comes into play first. Austin Wells, after his pinch hit appearance, stays in to catch. Andres Jimenez leads off for the Guardians. Slow roller out to short. Volpe makes the play. Tommy Kahnle has out number 1.
Well, this will be either one of the most devastating losses this franchise ever had, or one of the greatest comebacks in their history.
A 3-1 lead with Clase coming in the 8th with 2 outs. And Judge a 2-run homer, followed by Stanton's home run. First ball swinging, Will Brennan. Brennan pinch hitting for Austin Hedges.
And now all 14 pitches. As you see, Eli Morgan's warming up down in the pen. All 14 pitches for Kahnle. Changeups. Not throwing a fastball yet.
They say don't get beat with your 2nd or 3rd pitch. His 2nd or 3rd pitch is his fastball.
Ground ball. Oh, and by Rizzo. Under his glove, down into the corner. Brennan into second base.
Well, that's a break.
That is a double. And that is a big moment to get this crowd back into it.
It looked like Rizzo just didn't get over and down on it.
It's like he thought he was there, and he just never was. And as you said, huge break, because now the Guardians have their 2 hottest hitters with a chance to tie this ball game up, in Rocchio and Kwan back-to-back.
Rocchio, the number 9 hitter. 1 out of 3 in this one. He's got 5 hits in this championship series, and Kahnle misses.
One of the hardest things to do for any reliever is to get 3 outs, sit down, and have to go back out there.
And it's going to bounce from Canely to Luke Weaver, it would appear. Weaver got a 5-out save in game 1. Now Stephen Vogt has told us for 2 weeks now, Guardians all year have been at their best when their backs are up against the wall. And they are certainly up against it right now. But they've got the tying run to the plate. I beg your pardon, the tying run on. Go ahead run at the plate, and Rocchio out in front. Terrific changeup by Canely. 1-2 the count.
It is just amazing to me, and it really is a testament to how good that changeup is that he can continue to throw it every pitch, and they still can't sit on it and put it in play.
The count is 1-2. Inside, nice pick back there by Wells. I'm not sure how it missed Rocchio. Right across the shoe tops here.
What the defense we've seen from Wells in this series. Coming up with those balls in the dirt.
He works at it too. You see him before the games, all the little blocking drills he does. Talented backstop. Here's a 2-2. Rocchio pulls one foul. Emmanuel Clase left alone to his thoughts.
Ronnie, say the Guardians get a knock here and tied up. Is that man coming back out for the 9th?
That is a really good question.
I would say no.
The adrenaline
is done for the 9th.
Flush. You got Eli Morgan warming in the pen right now. 2-2. Rocchio, fly ball, center field. Judge settles under it. Brennan tags, then stops. Judge has a cannon. Not going to challenge that arm. Second out. Still a runner at second base. And now back to the top of the order in Stephen Kwan.
I was trying to look down there and see if Booney was going to go get Weaver for this situation. The only reason I say that is I feel like Kwan is a really smart hitter. And you got to believe a guy like him sitting on all over this changeup right here. He's going to sell out.
Kwan is hitless tonight. 0 for 3. Did draw a walk his first time up. Takes a strike.
Number Kwan this year has showed more power than he has ever in the past.
He had 14 home runs this season. Prior to this year, 5 had been his best output in a season. Good take, close pitch, could have gone the other way. Kwan gets it to go his way, and it's 1-1. Brennan at second will be off with a crack of the bat. He'll score on a base hit to the outfield. Here's the tying run. You see Wells nodding back there. He liked the location of that pitch. A good take by Kwan. Now he's flipped the count in his favor. Brennan a big lead. Canely deals. And it's ball 3. Working that gum over. Vogt looks calm. 3-1. Kwan takes ball 4. Stephen Kwan reaches. And now the go-ahead run is aboard. And here comes David Fry. And here comes Aaron Boone. So Stephen Vogt calling on his closer to try to give him a multi-inning save. It backfired. And now Aaron Boone is going to do the same.
Ronnie, I think that 73% changeup's about to go up. All 26 pitches, changeup.
Wow. Canely will exit. Well, it's amazing how your number comes back up. David Fry will get the at-bat here in the 8th inning. had a season-saving home run for the Guardians in Game 4 of the division series. Guardians down 1, and a 2-run home run off Bo Brisky in the 7th inning put him ahead. It came with 2 outs and 2 strikes, and David Fry gets another shot at it with 2 on this time, and the Yankee closer Luke Weaver coming in.
Well, this year, and if you include the postseason, with RISP and 2 outs, runners in scoring position and 2 outs, hitters are 1 for 28 off Luke Weaver.
For Cleveland, I think you said it. This is probably one of the guys that's had the best ABs all postseason. So right guy up for Stephen Vogt.
They got through the Tigers with big home runs late. They need another base hit here, and a big hit.
Brennan the runner at second. Quan at first. That's a disengagement for Weaver. Weaver will start over. Sometimes the best pitch against Luke Weaver is the first pitch.
Weaver, he said, I'm not getting it in the pitch count.
I put that transmitter in the bill of the cap there right above the ear. So they'll bring a new piece of equipment out. And as well as who keys the pitches in, that's just the receiver part. It's got a volume switch on there, and obviously he hears it. Says he's good.
Now the Yankees just beat the Guardians closer. Now the Guardians got to beat the Yankees closer.
There you go.
Aaron Boone making sure it's just one disengagement. Only adding to the drama here. These Guardians fans, they want to roar. But it is tense right now inside Progressive Field. 4-3 Yankees. 2 outs, bottom 8. Weaver deals, and it's outside. Nice play back there by Wells.
Remember, tremendous speed at first base and Quan.
Anything at a gap or down the line, he would score. Great arms in the Yankees outfield with Verdugo, Judge, and Soto. The 1-0. Fry had a good cut, fouls it back. All of them with big assist numbers. Verdugo and Soto, Gold Glove finalists right now. But with 2 outs, both runners will be off with a crack of the bat. Weaver's ready. The 1-1. Fry fouls it away. Weaver staying on him with the fastball, up and in.
After 3 fastballs, Ronnie, is this where he tries to possibly drop the changeup, or does he try to go up?
Well, if he does, he's going to bounce it.
Yeah.
Worked hard to get to this 1-2 count.
The 1-2. Did he go? He did. It's a strikeout. Luke Weaver sticks with the fastball. 4 heaters in a row. He strikes out Fry. What is soon to be a billion-dollar trio right there. Soto drew the walk with 2 outs. Judge with the game-tying homer. Stanton put him ahead. 4-3 Yankees. We go to the 9th. Bo Naylor, the new catcher. Eli Morgan is the new Guardians pitcher, trying to keep the Yankees at 4 and give his Guardians with the best part of their order coming up in the bottom of the 9th.
Morgan had a good regular season. He's had even a better postseason.
Anthony Volpe had a double his last time up, came with 2 outs. 1 out of 2 with a walk tonight. Good block by Bo Naylor. Morgan hadn't really pitched much in the late leverage situations until that game 5 against the Tigers in the division series, and he pitched well. Gave him a couple of key outs.
That strikeout of Torkelson on the high changeup is the pitch I'll remember.
Guardians never dreamed he'd be on in the 9th inning of this game. And they brought Clase in.
Well, it's imperative for Eli Morgan to put up his 0 spot here. You got Ramirez, Naylor, and Lane Thomas coming up in the 9th. They got to keep it at 1 and give themselves an opportunity.
And it's ball 4. Volpe draws the walk, his 2nd walk of the game. Boy, Ronnie, he's put together some terrific at-bats in this postseason. Even in the Royals series, you could tell he was on a different level.
Some impatience this summer cost him, and his average wasn't as high as he wanted to. In the postseason, he has just stopped swinging at the first pitch, really eyeballing it, and has worked some walks, some full counts, base hits.
Misfires again. Verdugo takes a ball. Guardians had it right where they wanted it. An attack on run even in the 6th to go up 3-1. And the unthinkable against Emmanuel Clase.
Volpe wants to steal this bag.
Yeah.
He's an unusual base stealer in that he gets a kind of a jackrabbit hopping lead.
Yeah, and that time he went all the way back to first, so when
Right.
Morgan threw it over, he was just standing on the bag.
Here he goes.
Ball down.
The Yankees have proven in this postseason that they just do not go out of the strike zone if they're going to swing. Record number of walks.
.43 walks this postseason for the Yankees.
43. Is that over 6 a game?
5 walks here tonight as Verdugo swings and fouls it. Walters in the Cleveland pen. Guardians are in hang-on mode right now, trying to get to the bottom of the 9th, only down a run. However they can. Luke Weaver will be coming back out, looking for another multi-inning save. What a weapon he's turned into. Two and two now. Morgan with a runner at first. Volpe, he takes off. Pitch is lined. Oh, it's knocked down on a hop. Now Jimenez going to third, and they've got Volpe in a rundown. And the tag, no, the ball pops out, safe at third. Volpe runs into him, and everybody's safe. 2nd and 3rd for the Yankees now. Well, the Guardians just cannot execute that relay.
Well, first of all, good play here by Jimenez, and he does a good job. Again, you got to run after him right here, but what I'm wondering is, did he knock it out of his hand?
Yeah, he had it in his glove and just knocked it out of the glove. Oh, he had it right in the very end of the glove, though.
Yeah, snow cone.
And the contact knocked it out. It's a couple of times now we've seen from the Guardians that they have not done the rundown correctly.
They're not chasing him down. They're throwing it right away, and they're allowing way too much space in between the two players.
Verdugo reaches on a fielder's choice, and E5 puts the runners at 2nd and 3rd. Nobody out. And here's Austin Wells, his second trip to the plate. Yeah, you weren't thinking that they were not going to record an out. The error in that play was that they allowed Verdugo to get to second, meaning they pushed the runner toward third base. Volpe was trying to stay in a rundown as long as he could. Could be a huge gaffe here.
Well, we saw him get lucky with Rizzo the other night. That ball almost hit Rizzo
right.
because the throw was so far apart. You have to close that right there, and they weren't doing that.
Multiple throws. Infield in. Second and third, nobody out. And a swing and a miss in and out of the glove of Naylor.
And you kind of had it how you wanted to, right? Because you were going to get the faster runner in Volpe out and have the slower runner at Verdugo.
If you had run that properly, you might have turned that into double play.
Should have, yeah.
Right?
At the very least, you're thinking an out in the rundown and then a double play ball, and you're out of this.
This to me seems like it's a better matchup for Wells. You don't have 95 plus from Morgan up in the zone.
Yankees looking for a knockout punch right here. 1 ball, 2 strikes on Wells. Got him.
Still enough.
A strikeout for Morgan, a big one. Needed that. And now Stephen Vogt will go to his pen. Top of the order coming up. Torres, then Soto, and Walters will get the ball here in the 9th inning. A defensive miscue by the Guardians has given the Yankees a chance to add on. Morgan will exit.
Guys, let's take a look at this right here. Jimenez makes a great play. He does exactly what you want to do. Gives it to Ramirez. Right there, Ramirez has got to run after him. You didn't have to make that throw. They never close the gap. And if Ramirez runs after Volpe right there, the gap's small.
Yeah, if he runs after Volpe, and then Rocchio has to come towards the runner, so when he catches, it's the catch and tag, and they would have been able to try to turn 2.
You think about it, when Ramirez threw the ball, Volpe was already looking at him coming back towards him.
And no question that Volpe stayed in the running lane there. Ramirez quickly tried to get an interference call there. Here's Andrew Walters. He steps into a hot situation here in the 9th. The sellout crowd is quiet. Yankees have runners at second and third. And Gleyber Torres takes ball 1. Yankees lead 4-3. Scored 3 runs with 2 outs in the 8th inning on 2 swings of the bat. Judge and Stanton.
No.
Check to swing. 2-0.
Well, Walters right here, this is your guy you got to go after, because if you walk him, there's nowhere to put Soto. If you can get him out, you can walk Soto.
Then you just have to face Judge. I mean, 20 minutes ago, you had Class A out on the mound.
Crowd's going crazy.
And now you have Walters, who pitched in 9 games in the regular season, trying to save your season here and give you a chance in the bottom of the 9th.
Green light, 3-0. Torres fouls it back. It's amazing how the game can turn quickly. Hitters count. Gleyber Torres, 3-1. That's a strike. Bottom of the zone. Torres doesn't like the call. Good pitch.
Real good,
3-2.
real good pitch from Walters. Came inside and down right on the corner.
Had that ride through. Torres was sure it was going to be low. He spins it though, and he caught the bottom of the zone. Now 3-2.
You running that pitch back in on his hands right here.
Exact same pitch.
Try to get a rollover.
Could use a strikeout. Infield is in. Popped him up. Slicing into foul grounds, and that'll be in the seats. Once again, looking ahead to the Guardians' 9th. Ramirez, Josh Naylor, Lane Thomas. Daniel Schneemann scheduled to hit 4th next inning.
But that's with keeping the score exactly where it is.
Yankees put runners at second and third with nobody out. Now one out. And from 3-0 to 3-2, and Torres late again. Just heaved it right down the middle at 97.
And see, he's trying to stay through it, trying to drive and hit a fly ball and make sure he gets it in. Do you spin him one here now?
I think so. I'm watching Volpe on third, too. He's taking a big aggressive lead. I think he's coming on contact.
Another 3-2. Into center field, driving Thomas back. This will be plenty deep to score the run. Volpe is in. Verdugo tags as well. And Gleyber Torres adds an insurance run. Sacrifice fly and an RBI for Torres makes it 5-3 Yankees.
Yeah, you see all the big home runs right here. This is just as important in this moment of the game with who you have coming up. Gleyber Torres delivers another beautiful AB.
8-pitch battle. Got ahead 3-0, fought off a 3-2 pitch a couple of times, and then delivers an RBI, his fourth of the postseason. And now Juan Soto with a runner at third base and 2 outs. Caught a piece of Bo Naylor back there. Torres giving the scouting report.
You gotta love when you see that.
Yep.
There's nothing. You can get all the scouting reports you want when you talk to a guy that's faced him. That's the main one.
I just love that with all the information and all the analytics and all the information. You know what's the best information? Having a conversation.
Person facing him.
Right?
Ball players. Ball players talking to ball players. 1 ball, 1 strike to Soto. He went after it. 1-2 the count.
Soto sometimes when he takes certain at bats, it looks like he's up there to hit it a mile.
Yeah, I think that swing was.
One and 2. Walters deals and a called strike 3. Beautiful pitch. Slider on the back door. Soto is out. Second and third, nobody out. Yankees only get 1, but it's 5-3, and we go to the bottom of the 9th. Last call, game 3 for the Guardians. The Yankees have grabbed control here late, fellas. But if you're Cleveland, you got a chance right here. You can't run out the clock. Got to get all 27 outs, and you got your best hitters.
You got your 3 home run hitters, too. So it's Ramirez, to me, the guy getting on base however you can, and you set the 3 guys behind you to try to do something.
Remember, Thomas has had all the magic here in the postseason. Get the first 2 guys on. Maybe something great will happen again.
From Luke Weaver's perspective, he's looking for an easy road to the finish line, and he has created that easy path. You would have not have had Luke Weaver over Emmanuel Clase on the bingo card at the end of spring training in a moment like this, but Weaver has been dominant, and his first pitch is in there for a strike, a fastball to Ramirez.
Even at the end of September, BA, you wouldn't have had that on the bingo card.
Weaver 8 for 8 in saves in the regular season, 4 for 4 in the postseason, and had a finisher as that one's hit hard. Rizzo knocks it down. Ramirez can run. Ramirez is safe.
There's the first guy on.
E3 on Rizzo.
Tough E3, though, I'll tell you that.
Well,
I know it's right to him.
Well, he played it correctly. It had so much topspin on it that he tried to block it with his body.
Took it in the chest and carried away. And with Ramirez's speed, no chance to get him. And just like that, the Guardians bring the tying run to the plate in Josh Naylor. The roller coaster of this game. Excruciating for these fans here at Progressive Field. Naylor trying to get them up off their seats right now. Holmes getting ready just in case. Weaver has been used a lot of multi-inning outings in the stress of the postseason as well.
That ninth inning run was huge for the Yankees because it takes the stolen base really from Ramirez out of play.
And Naylor right here, he has been, that changeup has gotten him all series. Weaver, one of the better changeups.
Naylor's been waiting for his big moment. He's got one now. Naylor back to the mound. Weaver fires to second. Out, throw to first, and a double play. What a pitch and what a play by Luke Weaver. Skillful on the mound. And a 1-6-3 double play to wipe out the lead error.
That's as good and as quick as I've ever seen a pitcher field a ball and get it off to the second base for the double play.
Well, you know what? Naylor had the 1-0 fastball right down the middle. He took that for a strike, and then what did he come back with? The changeup. It's been his kryptonite this whole series.
Lane Thomas, last hope for the Guardians. Weaver gets ahead, drops a changeup on him. Oh, 0-2.
This Luke Weaver story is as good as any in the game right now.
Incredible. Well, a journeyman pitcher trying to find his way. Improved his entire repertoire. Came on the scene in spring training. Gave him a chance last year. Showed something a little extra special in spring training. Made the team, worked his way up the leverage ladder. Emerges as the closer late in the season. Where would the Yankees be without him? He's got a chance to save his 5th postseason game in a row. 1 ball, 2 strikes. 2-2 the count. Thomas just doing all he can to get the pinch hitter Jhonkensy Noel to the plate. Power hitter who would represent the tying run if he gets there. Yankees a strike away, the 2-2. 3 balls and 2 strikes.
Thomas took that pretty easily,
He
right?
did. You know, this is where, again, though, in this situation, you don't want to walk a guy. If he gives you a homer, but you make him earn his way on the base.
Go after him.
Guardians desperate for a base runner. Weaver trying to finish it off. Thomas drills one into deep left center field. Judge is on the run. He looks up. It's off the top of the 19-foot wall. Lane Thomas pulls the Guardians off the deck for the moment. A 2-out double in the 9th. And the tying run will come to the plate once again.
Man, I think Lane Thomas was thinking the same thing, Ronnie. He's not going to want to walk me here. He's coming 3-2 heater. And he hits another deep ball. That double play looms even more large now, doesn't it?
Matt Blake out to talk to his pitcher now, just to give him some little extra time before he's going to face Noel.
Scouting report comes. Noel, the pinch hitter, a rookie.
Again, Thomas loves that fastball and he loves it down.
What a postseason he's having. Lane Thomas, I mean, clutch. Delivering time and time again. He has given the Guardians some hope here in the 9th inning. A big power hitter is coming up, Jhonkensy Noel.
After big Christmas, hit a big homer, because that's what they need.
Hit a homer in his first at bat, didn't he?
First at bat in the big leagues. Homer had 3 in his first 8 games in the big leagues. Just collected his first hit in the postseason at Yankee Stadium in Game 1. He's the tying run. 5-3 Yankees. Jhonkensy Noel was used as a pinch hitter 16 times in the regular season. Had 1 hit. It was a homer. Big Christmas has tied it. The ultimate present under the tree. Oh my goodness. Jhonkensy Noel. The biggest swing of his life. And looking calm as he walks through that dugout. What a moment. Big swing by Jimenez. Are you kidding me? Jhonkensy Noel, take the stage.
One of the few changeups we've seen him hang. 109 off the bat, Ronnie.
That's 2 home runs on 2 changeups in successive games given up by Weaver, and this one just automatic as soon as it hit the barrel.
Oh, one of the most electrifying moments in the postseason I can remember. I mean, you're down to your last out, and a rookie at the plate delivers a game-tying homer. 0-2 the count, 2 outs to Jimenez. And Weaver strikes him out. The 2 closers, the unpenetrable closers, both give it up. Clase, then Weaver, and Jhonkensy Noel delivers in the clutch. Wow, we're tied. Extra innings in Game 3. And now it is Pedro Avila on the mound for the Guardians. We go to the 10th inning, all tied at 5. Avila just added to the roster, and of course he's facing Aaron Judge to start this inning. Jhonkensy Noel acting like he's been there before. First postseason game that has gone to extra innings this season, fellas.
Think about it, guys. We have a guy with the season on the line on the mound in the 10th inning who wasn't even on the roster in the ALDS.
1 ball, 1 strike to Judge. 1-2.
You can go from the windup because no base runner in the 10th inning in the postseason.
And the regular season, you have the automatic runner at second. That is not the case in the postseason. Back to the old rules.
Back to baseball, to tell you the truth.
It's the reason me and BA did an 18-inning game 2 years ago.
A scoreless 18-inning game until the 18th inning. Astros Mariners. Aaron Judge had his moment in the 8th inning. Came with 2 strikes and 2 outs. His first game-tying or go-ahead home run in the 7th inning or later in a postseason game. And then Stanton followed him up to put the Yankees ahead. Called strike 3. Avila paints, and Judge is out.
I mean, that was a master class. That was all secondary pitches, everything slow, and then he comes with his best fastball and paints it inside at the knees.
Unbelievable. In this situation against the MVP, and you throw 4 breaking balls and paint a sinker.
And now it's Stanton.
Pedro Avila made his first opening day roster in San Diego. Made 4 appearances, ERA over 9. Ended up getting released and then traded over here to the Cleveland Guardians And here he is standing on the mound in the 10th inning in October.
Traded him for cash. Cleveland needed him. Just 4 games in the big leagues. Has blossomed in the bullpen for the Guardians this year in his 50 games.
It's a great story too, as he was left off the ALDS. And Stephen Vogt told me and BA it was a tough conversation that morning. Had a boombox came in, music blaring.
Yeah, he was in it with his teammates.
Yep.
It showed a lot. Great character move. That's a strike. 3-1 to count.
Still got to get through Stanton.
Yeah.
Stanton had his first go-ahead home run in the 7th inning or later in the post in Game 3 of the division series, and then he did it again in the 8th inning tonight. He's got 2 in his career, and they have come this year. Jazz Chisholm next.
Try to throw the same pitch he did to Judge.
Pedro Avila deals a 3-2, and he lost him. Stand is aboard. 1-out walk.
You know, in the big scheme of things, guys, that's not the worst thing that could happen to you right there.
And a man on with Jazz Chisholm. Stan's going to be run for. Jason Dominguez will come on for Giancarlo Stanton. Carries the go-ahead run. Jazz Chisholm, trade deadline acquisition from the Marlins, steps into a big spot here in the 10th. Ooh, almost hit him. Had to pull a matrix to get out of the way of that one.
Cutter inside and just followed Chisholm and put him on the ground. Chisholm looking for his postseason Yankee moment.
We asked and wondered how the Guardians would come off the deck after a gut punch in that 8th inning. Now the question can be asked to the Yankees.
Dominguez not a massive stolen base threat over there. This is more if you gap one here,
right,
or if there's a base hit for him to get to first to third.
First postseason playing time, has not gotten that bad yet. And a big bouncer. And oh, Jimenez, the throw. Oh, what a pick. And he's out. Did Naylor keep his foot on the bag is the question.
I think he did, and then I think it came off.
An incredible play on both ends. Jimenez to Josh Naylor. Brad Ausmus on the phone.
He's
says
out.
He's out. No challenge. Oh, my goodness. Oh, that's why he sports that platinum label on his glove. Spectacular play by Andres Jimenez here.
We saw a base hit earlier like this, but to get there and not know really where the base is, and for Naylor to scrape the top of his toe across the top of the bag is just amazing.
I wonder if they're going to put Rizzo on here, guys. You got the righty Volpe on deck.
That is some play.
First base open.
Yeah, Naylor, give him all the credit in the world too. He looks like he's a little tweaked down there. He's a little trying to stretch out. It hit him a little bit. So Rizzo does get the intentional pass. A few years ago, they outlawed the overshift. It brought the athletes back in play at second base. And you're seeing one of the best in the game right there in Andres Jimenez. What a play.
Volpe has taken some great at-bats this entire postseason.
Yeah, huge play. You're right, BA. If that gets by, it's first and third, and then you got to pitch to Rizzo.
Yeah, first and third, 1 out. Instead, 2-men are out, first and second. Runnels will be off with the crack of the bat. Go ahead, run at second base. We're in the 10th. Volpe takes a ball. Pedro Avila deals. That's in there. buried it on the bottom corner with a slider. Shoots it foul. The command right now of Avila is so impressive. To go dormant like he did, to not be on the roster, to kind of be in the stay ready camp.
And we said it when he came in game 2, right? Some people have that knack to almost just not even care, right?
Yeah.
Sure, it's my time, give me the ball. And that's what he kind of looks like out there.
1-2 the count. Avila steps off.
Reminds me of guys like Bartolo Colon. You can wake them up out of bed.
Yeah.
When they're 50, they can come and get an out.
His changeup is a great pitch. See what he goes with. The 1-2. Went with a fastball, and Volpe lays off.
Hard to breathe. I get it.
Tied at 5. 2 outs. And a swing and a miss. He got him with the changeup. Confident walking off that mound. Pedro Avila says, I belong here. What a game here. Looked like the Yankees were going to put this game away and go up 3-0 in this series, and they still might. But a pinch hit, 2-out, 2-run home run by Jhonkensy Noel ties this game. We're all even at 5 as Clay Holmes comes on. He's got the bottom of the 10th. At the bottom of the order coming up, it'll be 8, 9, and 1. Naylor, Bo Naylor, Brian Rocchio, and then Stephen Kwan.
Clay Holmes still has not given up a run in the postseason. You thought we saw it all with the epic back-to-back home runs from Judge and Stanton, and outdone by a rookie.
I mean, Jhonkensy Noel is going to be watching that home run like he is right now the rest of his life. So here we go to the bottom of the 10th. And Bo Naylor, brother of Josh, did not get the start here today. And on the first pitch, he lines one to right field, a base hit. Naylor will stop at first. Bo Naylor had been 0 for 14 this postseason. And that spot in the batting order has produced 3 hits, 2 of them by the catchers.
Well, when you're facing Clay Holmes, this is the sinker you got to go on. It's just up enough where you can drop the bat head. And look, the Guardians catchers hadn't had a hit all offseason or all postseason. Here they are 2.
Hedges had a double. Naylor's got a key single. Rocchio shows bunt, gets it down. Going to be a tough play. And Wells throw to first in time. Nice play by Austin Wells. Had to call off his giant pitcher coming at him first.
What a great
play.
Great bunt by Jimenez.
A sacrifice to put the winning run at second.
I mean, to get a guy in the majors who can bunt the ball, Jimenez bunts it like an old pro. Takes enough steam off it that it made a difficult play for Wells at first base.
Stephen Kwan takes a first pitch strike. Leadoff single. Rocchio with the bunt. A base hit could secure the first win in this championship series for the Guardians. Holmes snatches it, looked at third, will go to first, and there is the second out. Bo Naylor broke on contact. He's 90 feet away, but there are 2 outs.
Kwan's had some people on base, hasn't he?
Yeah, he has. And I'll tell you what, though, huge job by Naylor to get to third, and here's why: because Clay Holmes loves that slider. It's nasty, but you can spike it. So to me, if you're David Fry a little bit more now, you can maybe look sinker a little more. Something out over the plate.
You also want a dirt ball read from your runner at third as well.
2 outs. Bottom of the 10th. Holmes against David Fry, and the first one is down. Big fastball from Holmes. He's not surrendered a run. Been brilliant in this postseason, coming out of that closer's role. Trying to get this game to the 11th inning. Fry takes a strike. 97 with a fastball on the inside corner. David Fry, third time at the plate. 1-2.
And this is that question mark. Usually you see Clay Holmes maybe now unleash that slider. Such a tough one to throw right now with that runner at third base.
Jazz Chisholm is playing very deep at third. Bo Naylor can get as big of a lead as he wants here. Carries the winning run in game 3. Fry, deep drive, left field. Fry's watching. It is a walk-off home run. David Fry lights up the Cleveland night. David Fry continues to put his name in Cleveland's postseason highlight reel. Incredible. As wild of a finish as we've seen. He knew it, barreled it, watched it, won it.
To come off the deck with a 2-run pinch hit home run in the 9th and a 2-run home run in the 10th to win it.
David Fry saved their season in game 4 in Detroit. He saved their season tonight here in Cleveland. Woo. And he threw the sinker, Ronnie. We talked about the slider. Didn't have the confidence with that runner on third. Left it up.
Ended up being a high sinker.
Yep. Oh, my.
The 10th walk-off in the postseason for the Cleveland organization in their history. It is the 3rd walk-off home run, and David Fry comes through again. 2 mighty swings of the bat. Jhonkensy Noel and David Fry.
Look at the voter.
He's saying,
vote.
if you could read lips, he's saying we're not done.
No.
With some other stuff in the middle.
Yeah.
Down to the field, Lauren Jabara with David Fry.
Thank you so much, B.A. David, just taking a second to appreciate this moment. Bottom of the 10th inning. I'm good. How'd that feel?
Amazing. I mean, all glory to God. I had a really bad first at bat and a strikeout versus Weaver. And I just told God, I said, take it, man. Just take the at bat. And I still don't know what happened, but ended up we won.
When you felt the ball leaving the bat, did you know it was gone immediately?
Yeah, I mean, not many times do I know a ball's left here to left field, but I had a really good feeling.
Talk about the resilience of this team. First of all, Jhonkensy Noel comes up clutch, ties the game up, and then you step up and do this. Is that what this team is made of? Do you guys always have that belief in yourselves? Even when you're down, you're never out?
Absolutely. When everybody thinks we can't do it, we think we can. Manzo has a huge homer early. I still don't know how Jhonkensy hit a homer off that guy. That was such a cool at bat. I mean, what a win. Matt Boyd was so good. That was fun.
When you look around and you see this crowd cheering your name, what is this moment like for you?
It's so awesome, surreal. Got a lot more to do, though. A lot more to do, but it was fun tonight.
David, congratulations. Go out in there and enjoy it with your team.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
Guys.
Oh, my goodness. David Fry goes from the player to be named later in a trade a few years ago with Milwaukee to postseason legend. What a moment, what a game here in Cleveland in game 3.
You know, I was lucky enough to play on a team that had some improbable games that never should have had the outcomes that they ended up having. And in doing over 100 postseason games, This is one of the best games I've ever seen in my life.
It's been one of the best games I've been a part of, guys. And you know what? Judge, Stanton, the big guys punched him down. But Stephen Vogt told us we're at our best when people punch down. You might not want to wait that long every night, but Jhonkensy Noel and David Fry saved the Guardians' season.
With a 2-run home run against Weaver and a 2-run home run against Holmes.
David Fry, year 2, an all-star this year. Jhonkensy Noel is a rookie, delivering at the biggest moment. Tony Pena had a walk-off home run for Cleveland in 1995 in a division series game against Boston. Oscar Gonzalez in the wild card 2022 hit a walk-off home run. And now David Fry, you're on the list. He walks off the Yankees in Game 3 of the ALCS. What a game. Instant classic.